Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast with Seth Skinner and Jake Jones.
Hey guys, it's Seth from Clear Shots. Today is episode 92 with our friend Gary.
Shit, these guys are good. Don't give them clear shot. Not bad, assholes. Engage! Engage!
Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast, everybody. I am Seth, Vape Legend Skinner.
I am Jake, the Curse of Chucky Jones.
All right, that's pretty good.
Oh, I was supposed to come up with my own?
Well, you can, if you want, or we can try to come up with one.
Yeah, or we can give you
No, it'd
one.
be funnier if you guys come up with it.
All right, let's see. How
Gary
about,
Classics Carpentier.
Oh.
Classics. Why is it always classics?
It says it on his hat.
It doesn't say it on it. It's
My hat says dynamic discs.
how about,
Gary Dynamic Carpentier.
How about
Starry Eyes. We never used that one.
oh yeah, Starry Eyes is good. Hold on, I got a whole bunch of nicknames we can give.
Gary Cam Caruso Carpentier.
How about True Patriot? That one's pretty good.
The true paper. I should have worn my We the People Jack
Yeah.
Swagger shirt. I still have it.
You still have that?
I still have it. I don't fit in it anymore.
Does he even? He doesn't. What does he do?
He's in
he's
AEW, right?
He's doing something. I
No,
just saw him
I
recently.
thought Jack Swagger was in the MMA.
He was doing that. For
He
a
was,
while.
but I think I saw him in a trailer on
think
TNT with Jericho and the AEW.
Yes, that's right. He like debuted like right before or like right when it started on TNT or something like that.
Mhm.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
It was on YouTube. It popped up in my feed. I was like, wait a minute.
Because him and X-Pac are in it too, right?
Oh shit, is he doing it too?
Or not X-Pac, sorry.
Because he's like fucking 70.
No, not that dude. No,
He's not 70, but he's getting up there.
he was in... Oh my god. He does...
Are you thinking of Xbox?
No. I'm thinking of the British guy with the long hair, the top rope corkscrew thing. He was in the X Division.
William
Oh,
Regal.
No.
Neville.
Yes, Neville. He was
Yeah.
known on the indie circuit as Pac or something.
He's
right?
doing like it's just Pac, I think.
Yeah, he's in AEW too. Or AEW too.
AEWE.
AEWEFC.
I just got YouTube TV because I found out that my parents like account I can just leech off of it.
Right.
I was like, I went downstairs the other day. They're watching the fucking football game. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna leech your YouTube TV account. And they're like, oh, okay. Just don't tell everybody about it. So here's their account information. No, but I fucking can watch AEW like the shows. It has like an auto DVR and shit, so you can just
Oh.
click the show, you like check it, and then it immediately fills your DVR with all the show, like all the episodes.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so I can finally watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I use Fubo TV. It's an app.
Oh yeah,
It's like $45 a month.
I've
but
seen that. It pops up in my face every time I pirate any football game. It's one of the pop-ups.
It's cool. I'm a big Man U fan, so I can watch all like the premier soccer games on there in like HD. It's really cool. I'm pretty inexpensive too, so.
That's the thing. I like those streaming services. Like I wouldn't mind getting like Game Pass or whatever because it has like the all 22 of like all the games, which seems like it'd be awesome.
Right.
But it's kind of expensive. And then they do drop the price though like halfway through the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be coming up soon. And I'm thinking about just grabbing it
Yeah.
because you can get full replays like condensed games and all that shit.
That's what I do it.
Yeah.
Shit. Are you gonna get Disney Plus?
No, I'm not getting Disney Plus.
No.
I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, there's way too many goddamn streaming services.
So many.
And I think they're like banking on the fact that like the big Star Wars fans or like the big Marvel fans or whatever are gonna go for it, which they are. Mm-hmm. I mean, they definitely are. I don't know how much it costs. Probably $10, right? That'd be my guess.
Probably
$9.99.
more than that, I bet.
Because does it have like new series, like original series and all that shit on it? I saw a commercial for like a new Star Wars show, like
The
a series.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
about
a movie?
a bounty hunter. No, it's a 10-part TV series.
Yeah.
Are you guys big Star Wars fans? I am. So
I like it.
Was
Yeah.
up until it got. I don't know. I like the sequels, but I don't think that.
Well, that was mostly your fault. You know, you didn't like it, so
right.
you know what I mean. They didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't like it.
My favorite thing about Star Wars was how like every movie that came out was like an event, and then they turned it into this. We're gonna make a new Star Wars thing every 8 months because they did like 7, and then Rogue One, and then 8, and then Solo, and I'm like, I just don't care anymore.
Right.
It's not like special anymore.
Right, they're trying to capitalize on
Which like it's working, so that's fine, and I'm still getting Star Wars stuff. I just don't get as excited.
They're also making money with every one of them, so they don't really care.
Well, it's like if Tarantino made a movie every other year, I wouldn't like Tarantino movies as much.
yeah, it's like if Call of Duty made a game
scarce-
every year, you know, I wouldn't like Call of Duty that much.
Yeah, exactly. The scarcity is what brought a lot of value, I guess. You know, and
Yeah.
it works very well with certain things. Like the newest Game of Thrones season took 2 years to make,
Well,
and it
never
was,
watched an episode.
Oh
of that
well,
show.
it was objectively the worst season, but it got the most views because it was. Everybody was waiting for it, and as they're waiting for it, you build up a new fan base.
well, yeah. Also, you just build hype in general.
Yeah, and there's no hype. Like, if you told me that they were gonna make another 3 Star Wars movies,
They're gonna make another 3 Star Wars movies.
okay.
That's me telling you it right there.
If I was younger, like if I was like 16 or 14, and they were like, "Hey, guess what? They're gonna make 3 more Star Wars movies, and you're gonna stop loving Star Wars because of it," I would have been like, "There's no way that could be possible."
No.
And they did. It's not as.
It's like, we're bringing back Carrie Fisher. Like, oh,
yeah, how
What
are
do you mean
gonna do
bringing
that?
back?
how you bringing her back?
That was the easy part. Was
It's
bringing
mouth
her
to
back.
mouth, bro.
Clear. They just hit her with defibs.
Like the good thing is that the
It works
prequels
somehow.
are still there, and not the prequels, the original trilogy is still there, so I could just watch that.
Yeah,
Sad.
my roommate has never seen them, so we're watching them in order until the new one comes out.
Yeah.
So
Like chronological order.
yeah,
Didn't we? Yeah, we talked about that last week or a couple weeks ago. Like
Yeah.
what the best way to watch it is, especially if you've never seen it before.
Somebody, what was it? Was it you asking, or somebody was asking if you
Cam
should?
was asking. I
Was
think.
it Cam? If you should watch them one through.
I think the best way to watch it is to watch it in the order that they came out.
Yeah.
Like, instead of chronologically, you should watch it.
Yeah.
When was the first one? Like 80s or 70 something?
77.
Mid 70s.
I mean, that's the way to do it. But
I would say it's probably the way to do it, but like, I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess if it's the first time, I would say do that.
There is a way that I've seen online, a way that a lot of people like to watch it when they do like marathons.
Yeah, but
is
it's like
they
a
skip,
weird skippy.
They skip number 1 entirely, and then you do they do Rogue One, Episode 4, and then Episode 2, and then Episode 3, and then 5, 6, 7, and 8.
whatever heathen is fucking doing it, I'm gonna throw punch him if I
Like,
ever
you
meet
should
one
not
of
be
those.
doing Rogue One
No,
first.
what?
Yeah,
It should
seems
be
like they literally
4.
did dice rolls to figure out what order they were.
Yeah, which one we're gonna watch? Scooby Doo. Like, what the fuck?
It's not even an option.
He's a Sith.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Rook.
I'm excited for this one though because it looks good. The character development's been like, but
They're just like, oh, here's new characters.
Yeah.
Now you know them.
right. I'm excited to see Palpatine come back and
That's gonna be wild. Yeah.
because from the trailer it looks like Kylo Ren like snaps and goes to the
He's doing some
Force.
shit. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see.
I think it's gonna be good.
I just hope they throw those kind of fucking monkey wrenches in because, like, I feel like they
have to.
Yeah, because the first fucking new one, whatever the fuck the episode 7 or whatever.
The fuck is episode 7 called? The Force Awakens.
Awakens.
Holy
Thank you.
shit!
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the Force something.
That was like
Death Star.
The new Force. The new Force.
Don't worry, I'm a massive
like
fan. I
that.
just remembered
The
everything.
Ginyu Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
But I felt like it was just the same. Like if they were going pretty streamlined with the fucking storyline. Like it wasn't. It didn't throw
Yeah.
you too many curveballs.
Yeah, and then the Last Jedi was like, this movie is gonna be weird.
Yeah.
And then it was. And now
And then it,
like,
and then it absolutely was.
and then this new one, like the Last Jedi, is still better than like probably all the prequels. Man,
Yeah.
Episode 3 was pretty sick.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I love the Clone Wars. So that's like one of my favorites.
the show or
and
the
people-
Attack of the Clones.
Yes. The
Same.
answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking about that with Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got the droidicas. You know. You got
Have you like gone into the fan
lore?
theories about how Jar Jar Binks is the Sith Lord?
Yes.
Like, have you gone on that rabbit hole? Because that's where I'm
I
at.
would like to know if he is or not.
it's like a
'cause-
40-minute dissertation. It's
You
worth
can
every
literally
second.
watch it on YouTube. There's a guy that breaks down
Yeah, but there's-
everything. No, but it's like it's a compelling argument. Like it's
Yeah, but
legit.
they have compelling arguments for flat Earth on YouTube too, and it's like I still don't.
I'm
buy
not
it.
knocking it. You know, I'm just kidding.
Well, I haven't seen that the Earth is round. so.
round.
That's fair.
No,
Yeah.
no, but it's like it's crazy
Yeah,
because Jar Jar's just always there doing shit, and you're like, fuck.
it's just he knows what he's doing. He's doing it all in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe he's that Snoke dude. That's what it is. He's just taking a different form.
I love it.
Do you have tissues in here? You don't have tissues.
I don't have tissues in here, no. Why would I have tissues in here, dude? I never blow my nose. I just wipe it with my hands.
Napkins? I'm not going to pick my nose on camera.
Just pick your nose on camera. Jesus fucking Christ. No one cares. Dude, you know the shit you've said on this goddamn show, and you're not going to pick your nose?
I know.
Serious?
I was just thinking that too.
You've basically gotten butt naked on this show.
I don't think... All right.
You got a big string stuck to your neck too from your hoodie.
That's a bunch. That's
I was glad
it
you
was-
said from hoodie because I jerked off before I came here.
Oh, perfect.
I
Yeah,
thought you were
like-
going to say it was like a booger or something. I was like, shit.
it's a really
Whole
dark
booger,
booger.
like hanging down.
It's just a full blood clot that I pulled out of my nose.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you got to stretch to get those blood clots.
Yeah.
You got a 69.
I'm glad we started this show off with Star Wars and boogers. You know?
Yeah. It appeals to the Star Wars fan
naturally-
base.
Did you expect anything else?
I mean, I don't know. I can't say I expected Star Wars and boogers. That's all.
Right.
That's fair.
I don't know if
I
anybody
better
did.
start out with that. Oh man,
Look at him. He's vaping hard.
dude. So where are you sending out your merch? Because I just saw
We
that.
get it all sent in to us, and then we give it to people.
Sick. Perfect.
Yeah. Do you want something?
Are you sending
I have,
it? No, I was just wondering. Like,
Oh,
Are you
okay.
sending it like out state, or is it people like?
We can send it to people if they need to. Yeah.
Cool.
But it's like we don't want to pay a ton of shipping fucking fees.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because we already pay basically nothing for this show, so why
Right.
pay? Why pay money now? You know.
Yeah, do it the cheapest way you can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I have like a Square reader and shit, so if people need, like, I can take cards and shit if people need to do that.
Cool.
But yeah, we just get them like sent in by order, and I just hold on to them until I give them to people.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it.
It's decent stuff. I mean, they're not shit t-shirts either.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of satisfied with the quality.
They run a little
A little bit big, I think.
big,
Good.
But they also shrink a little because they're like primarily cotton. I would
and they're
think.
like thinner, so they're really good to wear underneath things
nice.
yeah, without pants.
without pants.
Without pants.
Like they're perfect shirts if you're like a dad whose kids like wearing your shirts to bed.
Right, yeah.
Like they're perfect shirts for that guy.
Such a specific demographic.
You know, did you ever wear your dad's
Yeah.
shirts to bed when you were
Yeah,
younger? Because they were
1000%.
like, oh my god,
you
this is like
swim in
a
'em?
right up until I was about 23, and then I was like, "This is getting fucking weird. We should
yeah.
put some pants on."
yeah.
Well, when you were 23, you like kind of grew into his shirts. That's what happened.
Yeah, I started getting tits and shit. I'm like, "What is this?"
You're like, all right, time to wear this 3XL. We're good.
It's like, wow, it breathes.
I'm not swimming anymore.
Jeez. Oh my god.
Is this bazooka gone?
It is, but that's the original too.
That's the original.
That is.
Is it the original? I don't know.
It says original and blue Raz.
Oh, it's got both.
I didn't know it came in boxes.
It's not a box. That's like a.
I was always a
package.
Big League Chew guy
Yeah.
from baseball and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah. Do you know why Big League Chew is in strands?
No.
I feel like I've heard this before, but
I think I might have actually. I don't know.
You
But
probably told me.
I probably did because I get very passionate about it. I love it.
I get passionate about Big League Chew.
So it's so the reason why they're in strands is because when you chew it together, it makes a more cohesive bond than normal stick gun does. And what they were doing it for players in like the 70s, 80s is because there was a big push to stop chewing tobacco on the field.
Yeah.
You would chew it, stretch it out, then put your dip in the middle of it, roll it up and put it back in and chew it. And then that's how you would spit without showing that you were dipping on the field.
Oh, that's wild.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great. Well, especially because I played baseball in college. So, especially if you're a college kid, you're not allowed to. Just a straight Twix rocket. Just. I don't want to blow my nose on camera.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't want to pick my nose on camera.
Oh, I love it. No, but you couldn't because you're in college. You're under most kids in there, or it's against NCAA rules to dip tobacco on the field. So what we would do is you take those like snus packets that you could like swallow, put those in there. I had braces in college and fucking they get stuck in there and shit. Or you take Big League Chew and put some Red Man in there. And if it wasn't my day to pitch, I was just sitting in the bullpen. It's cold as shit, just watching baseball.
I always thought that was funny. Like if you're a starter, you just kind of sit there and watch.
Dude,
the
it was
game
the best. I loved it. You only had to pitch once
every like 5 or 4.
Yeah, so we
games
did double headers on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I would pitch like the first game on a Tuesday afternoon, and then shut it down and not pitch again until Saturday, Sunday, whoever we played.
Then
It
you
was
just fucking busting
fantastic.
loads in the fucking bullpen.
Yeah, literally, we had to like run poles in between innings. So you run foul pole to foul pole, like stretch, do a little toss, and then that was it.
And then you
That's
never
it.
get called on.
Yeah. I got called on a lot. That's why I can't lift my arm very high anymore. But it's awful. Yeah. Those are I miss it. I miss playing ball.
See, I feel like it would just ruin my fucking. I don't want my shoulder to be ruined. That's all,
Yeah. Dude, my brother Kevin tore his rotator cuff and his labrum. He was throwing like 94 or 95.
Yeah.
Tore it all, and he can't like do anything with it now. It's crazy.
That's how I just don't get major league pitchers. It's like
So
they're
nuts.
throwing consistent 98 and then and they're fine. They're like, yeah, I'll pitch in a couple days.
Yeah. Like Garrett Cole this year. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude's throwing 98, 99. Actually, the one guy I don't understand is Verlander. Because he'll throw like 94, 90. He'll keep it at like 93, 94 for like the first 3-4 innings. And then from like 5 to 8, he's pumping like 100. And I'm like, how do you
It's
do
like he
that?
warms up or some shit. Like he stretches it out almost.
It's
in a
so
weird
crazy.
way.
Is
But
Verlander?
he's also got really good command too.
Yeah.
Like he fucking knows where the pitch is going.
You guys know more about baseball than I do. Is Verlander one of the best pitchers of all time, or one of the greatest?
I put
would
him
say
in,
so.
I put him in my top 10
I'd for
for
sure
sure.
put him up
Especially postseason wise. There's nobody I've seen like him in a while.
Yeah.
He's also he passed the 3,000K mark. He's got 2 no-hitters. He's got a really hot wife. So,
they also
put him up there.
Yeah, they put him in as much as they can too. It seems like, so you get some sort of skewed stats. He'll get some hits against him on days where he's fucking tired. It just happens. I mean, it's just part of baseball, really.
Yeah.
I'm just,
He had a rough year, right?
yeah. The Angels need pitching. That's all that there is to it, I think.
Yeah.
They got a decent offense and some young kids that are getting good, and that Brian Goodwin kid's really solid. I don't know. They just need to get some fucking pitching. And then Joe Madden's coming in. They changed their whole coaching staff, really, so.
Yeah. I've always been a
excited.
Yankees fan, but I'm not one of those annoying ones. It's like, look at our fucking championships. Like, no.
I'm also a Yankees fan, but those rings speak for themselves, man.
I mean, this is the first decade the Yankees haven't won a World Series since the 1900s, 1910. Yeah, it's the first decade they haven't won one.
They didn't even make it to a World Series.
No, yeah, we were one game away.
Twice
Against Houston. Yeah, that fucking team is.
Houston's tough, man.
Yeah,
that World Series is great.
that was fun. I think it's cool too. More with. It's just interesting being sports fans, not even just with baseball, but just in general, with how the draft works. Because all those teams that were shitty when we were kids,
Yeah.
I guess just to say the teams that were really good when we were kids, like Yankees, Cowboys, Bulls, Knicks, Rangers, all that kind of stuff. Now you're watching the draft happen. You're watching
Sort of.
yeah.
The idea is that it flips.
Right,
That's the
exactly.
idea.
Nationals are now winning it. You got fucking Capitals won the Stanley Cup.
Miami Dolphins are still bad.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals, even worse.
Yeah.
We're running with that number one pick, baby.
Yeah. How is Cincinnati not
Shut
figuring
the
it out?
fuck up. I don't know.
It's been a while.
We were so bad, and then we were so good
Yeah.
for 7 years. And then we're like, we should fire Marvin. And I was like, cool, let's get Marvin out. Let's bring in this guy. Oh, what's that? 0-8? Perfect start.
Yeah.
bring
They're
it on.
let's start dismantling this shit from the inside. We were kind of close, so
Yeah.
wrap it up, guys. Let's fucking
garbage.
throw a season.
I'm surprised that the Knicks have been as bad as they are. Are you a Knicks fan?
All of my teams suck. It's just
You
they
gotta switch
suck.
teams, dude. You gotta
I know.
jump off the bandwagon.
Well, who do you like? You like the Bengals for football, the Knicks?
Bengals, Knicks, Yankees, Rangers. I've been getting into hockey this year. Man U, they're not doing too bad, but that's about it.
I would like to get into hockey, but I haven't watched in so long that I can't say that I'm a Stars fan anymore because I don't know who the fuck plays for the goddamn Dallas Stars anymore.
Sure.
So I would have to find a team to follow.
It's part of the fun.
The Stars are still good.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
Yeah, they're the Stars are weird. They're like the Utah Jazz or the Memphis Grizzlies
That's a
of
good
the
comparison.
NHL because they're always 500, or maybe they'll have a couple years where they're a 4 seed.
Yeah.
And then they're back to the 8 seed.
Yeah. It's a good comparison. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I have been watching. I've been watching a lot more NBA over the last couple of years, just because, much as people hate him, I love watching LeBron. It's
I love watching
dude,
LeBron
the guy
as well.
says and does all the right things, and he just gets the most shit, and I just don't
Because he's a
understand it.
gigantic star. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, but I mean, MJ was just as big, if not bigger.
Yeah, but you have social media to deal with now.
Sure, yeah.
It's a completely different game now.
Yeah. Oh, it's completely different. But I love watching, he makes so many other people better. And, there's not a single LeBron team that I've watched that I'm like, nah, this is garbage.
Yeah.
I watch them now, and they're in LA, watching him and AD, and
It's
fucking,
so fucking crazy.
Alex Caruso, that dude.
Yep. And Dwight Howard is coming back and being Dwight Howard again.
He might
which
do
is
the dunk contest, they
so
just
it's
said today.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Him becoming a serviceable player is seriously my favorite storyline in the NBA right now.
I hope he
because-
stays healthy.
Same. He was my favorite character. He was my favorite character.
Dude, I love how that's the NBA is. You're using storyline and character.
Dude, I love when Dwight Howard.
That's how it is. That's how it is in my
I
head.
love when Dwight Howard wakes up and puts all of his attributes on 98.
Yeah,
it's my favorite thing.
I do that.
That's canon. Yeah, that is canon.
No, but it was 2008, 2009, the Magic, when they went to the finals.
Yeah, he was defensive player of the year 3 years in a row
Fucking animal.
and was just a monster. And he's still a pretty good center. He's
Okay,
just
but
not.
I always wonder how hard it is to be defensive player of the year in the NBA.
It's extremely hard. Extremely hard.
Because
In comparison to any other tier of basketball where defense is a little bit more rough.
the biggest problem with the NBA is that there is no zone, so it's harder to really if you don't watch NBA, it's hard to tell whether or not a defender is actually good.
Right.
Like, you pick that up the
Sure.
more you watch it because the game is so much faster. So a lot of guys that are really good, like Kawhi or Draymond Green, are like really good switch defenders.
You should watch the Clippers this year with Kawhi, Patrick Beverly, Paul George. Like, those guys can play the shit out of defense. It's crazy.
They're
I just haven't
fucking.
watched
What's their
basketball in
center's
so long.
name? He's got the really weird last Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, from Louisville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Montrez is good.
Yeah.
They got who the hell is their shooting guard?
Avery Bradley. They have Lou Williams off the bench.
That's who I was thinking. No,
Yeah.
Bradley's on the Lakers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
But I was
that's right.
thinking of Landry Shamet from the Sixers. He
Yeah.
like exclusively shoots threes and gets steals.
Yeah.
That's all he does. He's
Steals,
like
shoots
fucking
threes.
good.
That's literally me in NBA Jam.
That's yeah.
No, that was you in City. Did he ever tell you that we won? We won a City League basketball championship together, and his dad was our coach.
Are you
Oh, yeah, I
serious?
Swear to
forgot
God.
about that. I was like
2008, 7 or 8,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Yeah,
just
2008.
steal the ball and shoot threes and miss most of the time, but every once in a while.
It was so fucked up. They did for that year. I remember they did like
that fucking
Were you
wasn't.
guys like
fair
in
at
high
all.
school?
yeah, we were juniors in high school.
That's
'cause
hilarious.
It wasn't fair.
It wasn't. They did a draft that year. Like they had a talent thing, or not like a talent, like a combine thing at the high school, and you had to do like a shooting drill, speed drill, all that kind of shit. I could dunk. Like I literally could dunk because I was coming off of volleyball season, and they're like, "Fuck it, he's in the league." I was like, "What?"
Wait a minute,
We didn't lose a single. I think we lost. No, did we lose? I don't even know.
I feel like we didn't.
I don't think we lost a game. No,
Maybe we lost. a
championship game was best of 3, and we lost the first game, and then we shit smacked them the last 2 games.
Was this against other high schoolers, or was it,
It was-
like?
couple. It was
It
like
was a
it was a city
combined-
league, so like you
Yeah.
you didn't it wasn't you didn't have to be like a specific.
No, yeah,
It was
But
an age range,
and
like,
it was you had to have 2 girls per team too. So
you could like pretty much body people out if you wanted to. Like
but the girls we had on our team, we had Taylor, and she played varsity.
some of them shredded.
It was like the one year she
Some of
didn't
them
play
shred.
varsity. It was great. It was so funny.
That's so unfair.
Seth had his long fucking red hair,
Yeah.
just grabbing boards and ripping them down. It was so
Because
it was
I'm
so
just
good.
taller than everyone else, even though I'm normal sized, like a normal sized dude.
Yeah, it was so funny. I dropped like we oh shit, we would drop like 80 points a game. I would literally drop like 25 to 40 points a game. It was hilarious.
It was like Space Jam, like the first half of Space Jam.
I remember one game because it was at the Armory. Whatever old bitch runs it, whatever that guy.
Was that the same year where they do 2 games at once?
Yeah.
Like they'd have 2 games running simultaneously. on 2
Before the
different courts.
game, we were warming up, and I jumped up and I grabbed the rim, like because I was trying to dunk it, and the guy kicked me out before our game started, and because you were not allowed to
Yeah,
do
it's
that
called
or something. I was like, oh okay, so I literally had to sit out the entire first half of the game, and then we came back and smacked him by like 30.
They're like, high schoolers aren't supposed to dunk, dude.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah. It's like, sir, you're white. Sit down. All right. Yeah, that was so. Seth's grandfather gave us all the DVD at the end of the year from him filming us all year. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that with everything.
We gotta find that.
He does that with go-karts when we go
his-
every fucking year.
His commentary on it. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's funny.
You gotta box out. I've never laughed
Dude,
so hard.
he'll get loud. He doesn't care.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Because he used to film ISMA races, so like, and he would travel all over like upstate New York filming the ISMA series.
Hell yeah.
And so now he just goes, I'm gonna film every sporting event or anything that anyone's involved. So he's like, every time we go to the golf or the like, what is it, mini golf, and then the go karts there, the trier carts. He's like, yep, I'm filming this entire half hour of this, and it's gonna be epic when we watch it back.
You need to get those and then edit it and put it to some
Yeah, we
banger
should.
music. It's
I for sure have it. It's all on DVDs.
yeah. Days.
Put it up on YouTube.
God. So what's your preferred beer?
Not this.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Usually when I see
You could have fooled me, dude, because you drink that shit all the time.
No. I don't drink natural ice. I usually drink Natty Daddies.
Natty Daddies. That's
But I only had 483 in my account, and I didn't want to push it.
483. That's so specific.
I think you can buy 2 of them after tax and still have.
Well,
like
I wanted a White
$1.15
Claw. I
left.
bought a White Claw too.
Oh, ain't no laws when you drink.
Yeah, so I bought a White Claw, and those are $2.49 a piece. And this little banger was only $1.29. They came to $4.40 even.
You were like doing the math in your head on the way up.
I was.
There,
I did all the taxes and everything. Can deposits, If my preferred beer, admittedly, is a Guinness.
No, it's fun.
I like Guinness a lot.
Yeah. You can
I
get one
love
with
White Claw,
483
though.
though, you know.
I love White Claw though,
I've never had a White Claw.
but I drink a lot of wine too.
Okay.
I drink.
I'm not. I never was a big wine drinker, only because it would give me really bad acid reflux.
It's made for that.
It's literally made for that. It's like, here, do you want to feel like your esophagus is going through the 6th ring of hell?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also, do you want to have a headache and cry? Because here's time to have fucking wine.
Wait for 6 hours.
I think actually my number one beer is probably Miller High Life. Miller
Okay.
High Life is a classic.
Yeah, it is. I don't mind High Life. The thing was, like, when I drank Miller Lite, it was puke. It was immediate puke city because I used to drink fucking
You
tons
drank
of
like
it
25 of them.
because it was the beer that they give you for mug night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we
you
were
just fucking
when John McConnell and I and our buddy Sean, we started doing taco nights at Old City. We were sponsored by Labatt, so we would get free blue or blue light.
they're just throwing
all
Labatt
night.
at you.
So we would play from 9 till 2 a.m. and I get free beers literally all night. So I would slam like 18 to 20 of them.
And
we'd be
dollar
doing
tacos,
shots.
too.
It's a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm eating dollar tacos, doing shots of Jameson. I'm drinking that shit. And then, yeah.
They'll take some years off of you.
Labatt is good too.
Yeah.
I do enjoy a nice Labatt blend.
Yeah. Oh, Labatt's awesome.
I remember when we were when I was out in LA, I was like, man, I really want to try to find Labatt. And they're like, find what? And I was like, Labatt Blue? And they're like, what the fuck
You're
is
like
that?
not anywhere near Canada.
And I was like, oh yeah, I forget.
Yeah, you
guys
didn't
don't
try
know
asking
Canadian.
for a headlight donut either, did you? 'Cause
I
nobody knows what headlights
know.
are.
That's so fun. That's my favorite donut too. They don't know what headlights are.
Headlights
No,
on the
headlight
shit.
donuts don't exist. Like, dude, you can't even go to like Rochester and get a headlight
No,
donut.
yeah.
Like,
What? That's
Yeah.
wild.
no, for real.
Yeah. I was telling people out there about garbage plates too.
Oh, that's completely foreign to them, man.
It's foreign to anybody 3 hours south of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are made Rochester, right? They
Rochester,
were originated
yeah.
in Rochester.
Mac salad. It's mac salad and
Home
hash
fries.
brown or home fries.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
Texas
garbage.
hot sauce and then whatever else. I like buffalo chicken.
Okay.
I like a buffalo chicken garbage plate.
I'm the classic 2 cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's also fucking.
I feel like
insane.
anywhere that's never heard of that is like not gonna understand that it's even food. You know,
Yeah.
it
Literally,
sounds
when
not
you just picture like
appetizing
when you're fucked up and all the food that crosses your mind.
Yeah.
Just picture it into
on one
one
plate. Yeah,
styrofoam.
yeah,
That's
one
all it is.
2styrofoam container
That's all it is. Like when
with a fork, a spork or
fucking
something.
university hots. They got rid
Yeah,
of
they
that.
used to exist.
That was a cold day.
Yeah. Then Dino's said that they did garbage plates, but their plates were fucking weird.
I never had that place.
Dude,
didn't
you're
Aren't
good.
they? They're doing it like a food truck or something, aren't they? Coming up.
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about. Which, I mean, it's a food truck, so how good is it gonna be? You always wonder.
Food truck food. I mean, that's like the in thing.
Yeah.
It's in now, yeah, for sure.
I went to Dino's, I think, just once. I think it may be the second time I went, and I was drunk. The first time I went, they were like, yeah, we have garbage plates, Dino plates. And I'm like, okay. And it was tater tots and mac and cheese instead of home fries and mac salad, which
Okay.
is fine.
It's fine.
Everything else was fine. No Texas hot sauce.
Yeah, that's not a
Yep,
not a plate.
that's
It's not a plate.
you got to find a new slant
Yeah.
after that.
Call it underwhelming, Dino.
Yeah. Call it a compost plate because it's not garbage. I'll tell you that much. It's not garbage.
Yeah, if it doesn't make you want to immediately shit, then you're not doing
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
Like at all.
It looks like it's gonna come out the same way it goes in too. Like
The garbage plates? Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
it's already chewed for you. It looks like.
And I'm gonna poop on a styrofoam container. Like, it's just gonna happen.
It looks like someone chewed all your favorite foods and spit them back out into a plate.
Like feeding like a bird.
yeah.
You're just hacking away at it, man.
We should have a garbage plate ASMR session.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, but you have to guess if it's us chewing or shitting.
I think he's pooping.
You just got one mic on your ass and one on your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Dude, wait, do you watch Always Sunny? You have to.
I don't watch I haven't seen the new episode.
I've only seen like the first 4 new ones.
Right. On the
I've only
Fubo
seen
app.
the first 4 total episodes.
Oh, you're missing out.
They lost me at season 1.
On the Fubo app, they have the ones that have aired on there, and I was like, dude, Max fucking
He's ripped, yeah.
I was like, it's so funny because he got super fat for the show, and now he is like chiseled. I was like,
He did it quick too. He
Yeah.
dropped all that weight.
yeah. I thought he was wearing a fat suit for the first couple episodes. Now I found out he was not.
No,
he was for real,
they
dude.
just told him to eat a bunch of shit.
And he even did it on the show. He was like eating burritos and shit in the,
he's like,
on the show.
He's like, you're inhaling. Slow down.
Breathe and eat separately.
Oh my god.
No, I'm probably gonna binge watch all of the new season when it's done. I usually pirate. I'll pirate the whole season and watch it.
Yeah.
It's the move usually.
Don't say that though. We'll cut that out.
Cut that part out.
Won't pick his nose on camera, but openly
Yeah.
talk about pirating.
Will blow his nose into a Twix wrapper on camera.
Jake the classic.
Whatever.
Jake Twix Jones.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's not bad. That's kind of a cool nickname.
Twix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends
Sounds
on
like
what
a
you're talking
nickname.
about.
Yeah. Because I'll cover your
Right.
cookie in chocolate.
Well, okay.
I like that one.
Well, that one's gonna stick for sure.
Yes, it is.
Were you around when we used to play PUBG and we did the? I know you were with the go-kart thing, right? We were.
Oh
He was in the
my
buggy one.
god!
Where all 4 of us got buggies and mashed the horns.
Oh my god, that was you?
Yeah.
That is so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Who did I run into though? Because I remember I have like the clip.
You
from
ran
it.
into
No.
Gary's
Yes,
friend.
I ran into
His
somebody.
friend.
you ran
No,
into
oh,
my buddy Twizzy.
Yeah, I think
that?
that's who it was.
Yeah, yeah, because he's from Tennessee, and he's like, "God
Yeah.
dang it!"
We
Yeah.
clipped into each other, and then we both jumped out and got slaughtered.
It's super fun. I actually have it saved on my OneDrive.
Really?
And,
That's awesome.
It's so funny because like my camera angle, I remember turning it back, and there's just cars just blown up.
Yeah,
It says
stuck
both of them.
together.
And I think you and I made it a little further. And I remember I lost all my tires and I jumped out and went into a bush and there was a guy hiding in the bush. And not only did I acknowledge the fact that he was there, but I was like, oh shit, there's a guy right next to me. I immediately was like, maybe he didn't see me. And then
He immediately shot.
kills
Yeah, I
me.
do remember that. Okay. Yeah. I think I tried to stay alive after that, but it didn't go very well.
So hilarious. Because I was wondering if you played with us when we did we would jump out of the plane and
Naked
immediately,
pistols, baby.
Yeah, get butt naked and
Yeah,
then
I did that a couple of times.
play
We
with
did it-
only pistols.
The first time we ever did it, I was playing with Seth and my buddy Ben and my buddy Siraj, and we all jump out, and
We actually slaughtered the first time we did it.
it was fucking crazy. It was before the big update. But the circle we were on, the original map, circle was down past the bridge to the bottom right hand side, Vicenti. I think it is.
Yeah.
That
That weird spot with like the river, like where the river goes through, and it had like the fucking. There was like one building and it has all those really low walls. That's where it
so
ended.
right off the bridge is to the left.
Yeah.
It's like right across. That's the final circle. There's 6 people left, and all 4 of us are alive. All we have are backpacks, pistols, ammo, and throwables. That's it. Everybody's fucking butt naked.
They're fucking. They have everything. They're jacked up with all their 5.56.
We stayed in the water. We were staying out in the water for like one of the last zones, and we all got in. There's 2 people left, and there's 4 of us all pistols. We're like, we're gonna fucking win this game the first time we try it.
Literally, all 4 of us were just swimming around, and then the rest of the battle, they're like shooting across the fucking river and shit. It looked like that. It looked like the beach.
And then we were like strategically, like we're like trying to do it amongst all of us, just pissing our pants. Because I remember I was fucking wasted for this. I was like,
Yeah.
we run out there and we just go after it. Both guys have level 3 helmets, level 3 vests.
They were jacked up.
We knocked one of them, and then the other guy just sprayed them killed 3 of them. I took out a crowbar and was chasing him and just got shot. And but we came so close.
I think
That's
I have
insane.
that video somewhere too. Of like, because I was so goddamn nervous, and I was like I was like just laying behind a wall hoping the guy didn't see me. He for sure did. And
You ever seen Seth like get to that point where he's belly laughing and you can hear it?
Very rarely.
Yeah, like anytime we would play, like
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often.
It was always in Rocket League. 'Cause
there was some drunk ass nights that we'd start playing together at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'd play till like 9 a.m. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta go sweep up the theater now." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
yeah.
But
I'd get like 2 hours of sleep or something, and then go work.
Yeah, I was telling him right before we started that I actually sold my Xbox like 2 months ago, so
No
I haven't been gaming or anything. I've just been putting it all into music, and I miss it. It sucks because I was really good at it and enjoyed it, but
You gotta get the Steam, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta get the Steam.
No, I bought oh my god, Studios. It's a studio. I can't even remember it anymore right now.
I bought a studio. So.
I bought a studio.
That's all you gotta say, really.
Yeah, $30 a month. What is it called?
like Adobe,
No, recording thing. Not Adobe.
Appleton.
No, Avid.
Like an interface,
But what's
or-
the main one that people use? I'm drawing a fucking blank right now.
Pro Tools.
Cinco.
Yes, thank you. Pro Tools. Literally cannot think of.
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools.
I figured you would have remembered Pro Tools.
Don't worry,
That's why I
I'm
didn't
a
guess-
musician.
That's why I didn't
I
guess
know what the
Pro
fuck I'm talking
Tools.
about.
I was like, he's not talking about Pro Tools, right?
1,000% I'm talking about the one thing I should know about, but no, I don't. No, but I have that with like my interface and all that shit, so I've just been doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, video games definitely take away from playing guitar.
So much.
I would say.
So much. So I was just like, fuck it, getting rid of it all.
Yeah.
I found Backbreaker, and that was like taking up a lot of my time.
That game's
You ever played
actually
Backbreaker?
pretty
Yeah,
fun.
he's obsessed with it.
It's
Yeah.
fucking
Game's
hilarious.
pretty awesome.
Wait, you were playing that a lot again?
Yeah, I was playing that. I was playing a lot of Rocket League. Like, I got to Champ 3 in Rocket League, and I was like, or Champ 2, and I was like, yeah, I need to stop.
Jesus,
I need to
It's
fucking.
too much.
I started doing like the ceiling shots and like.
I literally just like stopped playing competitive
I know.
like entirely. And I'm
Yeah.
just like I still play casual.
Right.
Didn't I? Who did I just play with the other day?
We played like a
Was it
week
you?
ago.
Yeah. I was gonna say
We played for a bit the other day.
it was weird because I was just or either you or I were just on Rocket League randomly. I think you were.
I was.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was
Why is he
like-
playing Rocket League? So I'm booting
Yeah,
up Rocket League.
Right.
I was like really fucking stoned and really fucking bored. So I was like, I'm gonna play Rocket League until I think of a different game to play, and then we ended up playing Rocket League for like 2.5 hours.
That's what it
Usually how
is.
it goes.
Like
It's
that's
how it goes.
usually how Rocket League works, though. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to play. Time to boot up Rocket League. Like it's kind of like a fallback thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like I'm just rusty as shit now.
I know, and people are so good at it now.
I'll surprise myself sometimes.
So gross.
I miss when it was new and it was just fucking silliness.
Also,
Like
you
that
had like
was
a
when-
ton of players that weren't that great.
Yeah.
That was fun because you could just
Yeah.
shit on
there was
them.
a clear dividing line
Yeah.
of people that
like there was a full
were okay,
blown-
and then people were like fucking professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the skill gap was a rainbow. Now it's just like a fucking gradient of
Yeah.
like red to orange.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I feel the same way about like Counter-Strike. I loved playing Counter-Strike. It's part of the reason why I had to drop out of school because I was playing Counter-Strike for like 10 to 12 hours a day
Shit, really?
with a bunch of other people I went to school with. Yeah.
That's another game that's like I feel like most people who are playing now are fucking jacked up.
Right.
And have been playing for
We got to
20 years.
yeah.
we got to Legendary Eagle Master, which is like the third highest rank. And then
Legendary Eagle.
What a
Master.
rank.
that's literally what
That's
it's called.
fucking
Lava
dope.
lamp, Apple helmet level.
That's literally what it's called.
It sounds like one of my nicknames.
It's like because you go like silver, gold, guardian, master guardian, legendary eagle master, and then like the global elite as like the final thing. Like global elite, yeah.
It's like really cheesy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Legendary gold eagle. I don't know what that's called.
gotta have
Swooping
gold.
down,
But it was
bald.
like basically champion in Rocket
Sure,
League.
yeah.
Swooping. It has to have swooping in it.
Swooping
dude.
eagle.
Well, I just remember like our last semester ended and we all moved back home, and then we all immediately got full-time jobs, and none of us ever played
Wow.
none of us ever played together ever again after playing for
how it
like
works.
over, I would say 500 hours, 600 hours in the course of a year.
Yeah.
And then
I feel like once you hit Grand Swooping Master, it's like you're pretty much.
Albatross Assassin.
That's a good one.
But like, oh my god! And I have friends recently this past year that got into it, and I was like, you know what? I'll start playing again and help them out and teach them bits and pieces about the game. And I
They're
started
like
playing
teaching
again.
you, dude.
No, we started because Wes was playing with us, and Wes was really fucking good too, and we were trying to like teach our friends how to play the game, and like when the game first came out and wasn't that popular, this is the correlation I'm gonna make with Rocket League. When the game first got popular, and not really much for Counter-Strike because it's always been big, but like Rocket League had that skill gap where it was like you could have fun and be silly and try to make cool shots, and then you had people that were like actually learning, and now most people are actually learning the shots, and it just makes it overwhelming for me at least.
Damn. My roommates, so my wife and I live with 3 other people. Used to be 4, but 2 of them used to be competitive gamers, and they like worked with Twitch, and they had like a whole streaming room and everything. But they've been getting into Counter-Strike again, and it's fucking like I'll just go in there sometimes just to watch them play.
It's the craziest
It
game.
is so fucking nuts. Like he's like
It's like
sniping the craziest angles, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? How did you know he was there?
I think a lot of it is just knowing maps and just
Yeah.
fast twitch reflex.
Because they're all the same maps. Like, that's why Wes and Anthony, too.
Yeah.
The 3 of us used to play together. Like, I had 3 phases where it was like the college guys, and then our actual friends in real life. And then the most recent group, which is the reason I don't play anymore. But, yeah, it was like when you learn the maps, and it's just the shots you make, it feels like the game mechanically is like perfect because everything is static. Everybody has the same.
Right.
It's like Halo. Everybody has the same stats, no classes. Like, you want a good gun, get a kill, or fucking kill somebody that has it, and then.
Right.
But yeah, no, Counter-Strike is crazy. I remember the first time playing with my newer friends, and Wes and Anthony and I were trying to teach them how to play. We're like doing map callouts, and they had no idea what we were talking about. Like, when you hear somebody say callouts for Counter-Strike, you're like, are you speaking English?
Right.
Because it's just like you're not even speaking full sentences.
Right.
You're just like shouting out nouns.
That was
and
part of the
adjectives.
skill gap, even in Halo. Is like
Yeah.
you have to know the map, and like the only time someone who doesn't know those callouts knows what you're talking about is when you go rocket spawn
Right.
or like fucking
Yeah.
sword.
I used to be that way with MW3.
Yeah.
For a while, I was ranked in the top like 4,000 in the world or some shit like that. Because I think that
I feel
in
like
high school still. I think so, right?
Yeah, I think
or just
so.
at the end of it. I don't know. I was putting like hundreds of hours into it a week.
I
like,
think in Call of
so
Duty they
gross.
even show you like in the bottom right. They'll tell you like where you are on the map. They'll give you like a code name of where the fucking what the call out is.
Counter-Strike does that too.
Yep.
Yeah, I know like a lot of them do it now. I know Halo does it now.
Siege
But
does it.
yeah,
Siege is a game It
Siege
took me
is
a
tough
while to get
good
into
at,
it, but
yeah.
it's fun once you get it because there's so much going on. There's so much.
Siege is kind of like if Battlefield and Counter-Strike had a fucked up child.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it's very
watching you play it.
It's almost very intimate, like battle royale almost. Because
You gotta have a good set of headphones for that too.
Yeah, and you're always like you're constantly thinking about not dying more so than fucking killing people. Like it's more of a defensive game than anything.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's the thing about battle royale games now is they can be either or. Really, you could be the guy that just goes try to fuck everybody up, or you can just fucking take all your clothes off and have a pistol and try and survive for the entire game.
Yeah, like for PUBG, when I do play it, which is very rarely, but I like to do one-man squad. And then, like, just my whole goal is to fuck up other people's time.
Yeah.
Kill
Like,
them so they gotta sit there and watch their friends play for a whole fucking 45 minutes. That's the fucking word.
it's my
I used to get
favorite fucking
so
thing.
I would get so mad. We would do a squad, and
Yeah.
this was back when PUBG was still like for Xbox. You didn't know if you were gonna make it in the game or not because it would fucking drop out.
Like when we first started
Yeah,
playing.
because like all four of us would be loading in, and then somebody'd be like, "My game crashed," and then everybody'd be like, "Oh," and
Or
then,
you're in the car driving. It's like final circle. It's like,
Yeah.
my shit crashed.
and then your character's just running
Yeah.
infinitely, and then it takes you 20 minutes to load back into the game.
Right.
You're like, "Oh, I hear people shooting.
Yeah.
I hear people shooting."
Then all of a sudden you come back in and
you're
you're
like,
like, I'm here.
Across
You're
the
down.
map.
And I'm like, shit. Yeah, I would get so mad. And if I had to wait any more than like 10 minutes, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking punch a baby. I'm so over this shit.
Yeah, it's funny that like we like stopped playing as soon as the game was like optimized.
I started playing it. It's been fun. It was fun when I was playing it because the new map that they added and all the extra guns
Yeah.
are sweet too. So
I stopped like right after they
playing-
put the smaller map in, the rainforest type
Yeah.
one or whatever.
I stopped playing when they put the new map in because I kept getting put into it and I wasn't able to learn the map because I would get fucking slaughtered every time. And all I wanted to do was play on the first map. And that was it. And then now I like I like all the maps.
the
that are
snow
in there.
map
The
and
snow
everything.
map is
Because
cool.
now you can set it to which one you want.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
but-
you pretty much should be able to do that. It's a matter of population, though. It's like a matter of how many people they have playing the game. Sometimes they have to mash you all into one fucking playlist.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's crazy that it's still as big as it is. Like a lot of people stop
Well,
talking
Apex.
about PUBG, but it's huge.
Apex got pretty big.
That
that's
was the
why.
game that took me a while to get into, and then when I did, like, I started playing ranked. That was the game that I was like, okay, I need to sell this thing.
Alright,
I can't
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
do this anymore. I went up. I got to like, what's the one after gold?
In
Usually, it's,
Apex.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
never played it.
is it? So, swooping
Platinum.
Clay Matthews. No, I got to that one like literally in like 2 days.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I was
I
like,
was like,
oh,
it was weird because I was already kind of good at Apex because I had played Titanfall 1 and 2.
right. Titanfall 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like if you've played Apex and you've never played the Titanfall games, for sure, play those
play those.
because you're making a mistake.
Do you remember that pistol that would automatically lock onto
The
people?
smart pistol, yeah.
Dude, my first game I dropped like 77 kills.
Yeah.
Because I'm just running on walls and I'm like, you're
Yeah.
dead.
And then it's like, doo, doo, doo. Just fucking picks them all off.
It's a fucking head.
That's exactly the noise it makes too. Titanfall 2 was crazy because I remember we bought it. It was like super, or you already had it, and it was super cheap. It was like $8, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll get Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
And that's all we played for like.
I
almost
have
a
it on
month straight.
every just because I keep
Like-
buying it for no reason at all. I'm like, I'm gonna play this again. I've played it on Steam.
I still
and
need to
Xbox,
play through the story
my fucking
mode.
refrigerator.
You were talking about how the story mode is absolutely amazing, and I haven't played it yet. I was watching people speedrun the fucking gauntlet in the beginning though, and that was pretty wild.
That's tough too. It's funny because like I think you can run that before the game's even installed.
Yeah, that's the only thing you're allowed to do when the game is
so
downloaded.
like you pretty much get to the point where you're like, even after it's installed, you're like, I have to get gold. Like I have to fucking nail this shit.
Yeah, that game is pretty sweet.
Well, it was like that in Modern Warfare 2 because I remember you would run through like the kill house and you'd have to knife all the enemies or whatever and take out certain ones
Yeah.
and not shoot the hostages or the ones that aren't fucking Arabs. Basically.
He was looking for arrows and shit.
Yeah.
but like you'd have to beat a certain time or
What
whatever.
a great game that was.
Modern Warfare 2.
It's just
Literally the best.
I
the
think
best
that
one.
would even tell you like what your recommended like difficulty
Yeah,
is.
that's
and
what.
shit
Yeah.
like that.
yeah. Just such a like mechanically speaking.
Yeah, it was ironed
something-
out, like,
it
it
was
was-
just so good, so ahead of its time.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Even the first Call of Duty was like well done. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was made right.
Like the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the one for I had
Finest
it for
Hour.
PC. Yeah, and then there was like Big Red 1 or whatever.
And then there was 3.
I didn't even play 3.
Modern Warfare was crazy looking back because it was a game that everybody knew was a big deal.
Yeah.
And it still was. I remember watching there was X-Play was still a thing. G4 was still a thing.
Oh,
And
wow, okay.
X-Play had this on-demand exclusive, and it was 40 minutes or 45 minutes of team deathmatch multiplayer. It was 4 full matches that you could watch of Modern Warfare 1.
So
and
it
I
was
remember
just-
being like 11 years old and just watching that every day. Like 3 or 4 times a day, every day, just the multiplayer mode. And I was like,
Shit.
this is the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have a M16 and you have a grenade launcher. I remember being amazed by the grenade launcher.
No, yeah.
You would just flick the button
Yeah.
and then you would pull up the grenade launcher and it's like, you have that online? Like,
just YouTubing people.
yeah.
It ended up being so OP too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember we were just talking about Modern Warfare 2, weren't we? My dad surprised me with it.
Maybe.
That's cool.
Yeah, I remember I went to school when I came home. I was in 8th grade. I was 13. And he fucking handed me Modern Warfare 2. It was like an early Christmas present. And I was like, okay. And it was the only game I played for at least a year.
Shit.
Like, and then Black Ops came out and I got that one. I skipped Modern Warfare 3. I got into Dark Souls by then. And then I never touched
Oh, okay.
Call of Duty ever again.
Modern Warfare. My ex-girlfriend got me Modern Warfare 3 and Syracuse basketball tickets.
Oh my
Same
god.
Christmas. That was just my Christmas.
That's the move.
That
right
was
there.
it. Just
That's
those
crazy.
2 gifts.
She's single?
And no, she's fucking crazy. You don't want any part of that.
So yes, sir.
No. So
That's
funny.
crazy though.
Yeah, but this is the exact reason why I had to get rid of video games.
Because they're just too great.
They are. But
Like,
it's
it's seriously like-
instead of taking my time at night to like write music or like produce stuff or work on the actual business side of shit, I'm like, I'll just score a couple goals on some noobs, and then 7 hours later with sun's coming up, I got 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
I'm in 20 beers deep, and I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
Seth, fucking pass me the ball.
And we're playing drop shot, fucking dying laughing at 7 a.m.
Having to take it, go to the bathroom 6 times in a match.
Oh, fuck.
All you hear is the crack of a beer through the fucking Xbox microphones.
Yep.
Yeah, God.
All right,
Yeah.
one more game. We can't leave on a loss.
Can't end on a loss. And then we'd win like 12 straight.
The best, my favorite was what we would play when you lived on Seneca Street. We'd have me, you, and Brian, and we would watch. We'd watch UFC, and then we'd stay up until 4 a.m. playing Rocket League, just drinking. Well, Brian wouldn't drink, but we would just be drinking Black Velvet whiskey, listening to DMX, and play Rocket League until 4 a.m.
I just got to chill just from music. Yeah, Black Velvet. Shit.
I'm kind of thirsty now.
Yeah.
There it is.
There was one Royal Rumble that we did.
The Royal
think-
Rumbles are always fucking
The
hilarious.
Royal Rumble. We all put money in.
Yeah,
Remember that?
that's right.
And it was my idea because I saw
Okay.
somebody do it. And we each took a number from a hat from before the thing started.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of numbers.
We
And
wrote down all the entries. And
Was I here for
numbers
this or
each
no?
one. You might have been.
I
don't
feel like
know.
I probably was.
We did it more than once, but I think the first
Yeah.
time we did that. And the rule was that if your guy got eliminated, you had to do a shot of Black Velvet.
Yep. Okay.
So got real fucking drunk.
Yeah.
And I remember I won with oh my god.
I don't even remember.
I won with somebody that shouldn't have been there.
The Kofi Kingston thing's always funny too because
Yeah.
you think you're about to drink like 4
Right.
different times.
Well, yeah, we had drinking rules too, so it's like
Yeah.
Kofi
How many
saves
times
it,
does
or-
Kofi save himself or
Yeah.
like how many people does like Strowman eliminate or some shit? Like
So funny, dude. Yeah.
I remember doing that with like a WrestleMania card.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we probably did that too.
See, the thing is I don't remember most things that happened before probably
2009.
2000.
I don't remember much of it either.
Like, I have no memories of
Excuse me.
the house that you lived at when you lived at Seneca Hill. Like, if you were like, hey, when did we start hanging out? I'd be like, last year. Like,
Seneca
like when did we
Hill.
be
Seneca Hill.
or Seneca
It
Street,
was
not
kind of
Seneca Hill.
Well, not really.
Like,
but it was near
Oh,
Hill.
so your parents' old house? That place over there? Okay, yeah.
I was
that
there
one.
all the time. I don't remember anything. I
Right.
was still an addict.
I remember going there, but I don't ever remember leaving.
Yeah, I guess that's what I should say.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of the best days was when it was like the fucking Gears of War 4 beta came out, and like I just invited myself over because I knew Seth had it,
Sure.
and I didn't even play. I just watched you play Gears of War 4, and then I don't even remember what happened after that.
I remember when Gears came out because I asked him, he's like, "You can play Rocket League?" And he literally just sent me back a message that said Gears.
Gears 5 or 4.
No, he just said Gears. I was like, all right.
Probably
fuck.
spelled it wrong too, because I usually spell it wrong. We usually type LEEG. That was the only message
League.
we'd send to each
Yeah.
other. The whole our fucking thread was just league. And then
Because I'd
yelp.
ask him, like, League, no response for like 5
Yeah.
days. And
Or
I'd
it'd be
mess with
like-
him, League, pub, League. And then he'd be like, all right.
Yeah, or it'd be like league. Yep.
Yeah.
Off tomorrow.
That was the worst. I'd see on my Facebook Messenger, so I'm off tomorrow. Great, I got a 30 and like 12 hours to kill. Let's fucking do it.
You're like, shit, I gotta work at 7, but
Yeah, but fuck it. Yeah, there was days I'd go into the music store at 10 or 9, and
which is 2 hours after you were done playing.
yeah, just take a shower, eat some food.
Yeah, then you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like, whatever. We were ranking up, so it's
yeah,
all,
man.
you know.
What a time. Oh my god.
So
What else are you doing?
I want to ask you about The Voice,
Oh god,
because I have no fucking idea how anybody gets on those kind of shows.
it's a lot. It's
Like,
a
do you
lot.
have to send emails? Do you have to fucking call people? Like,
Yeah, so
they fly you out, right? They fly you out to LA.
yeah, so I had an email on my YouTube account that was from somebody from this show. So they have designated people that literally go on YouTube.
scout?
They go out and scout and be like,
Oh, no
hey,
shit.
you should come to our audition, like whatever.
So they don't take like applicants; they find you. Basically.
They do both of them. So they have people that do this, but then people will send in auditions on the web, or they'll go to open calls. So they have open cities. They had they had New York City, Chicago, Florida, and Arizona or some shit. But they took they were like, hey, you should try out. So what I did is I sent in a video submission of me doing Straight Up by Paula Abdul, and I was up to like 4:00 in the morning filling out the application and being like, do I really want to do this? Like, I don't know.
You might as well
what's
try it, though.
Right. What's the worst that's going to happen? They say no, or I don't hear anything. So I hit send. It's like literally like, it's like 4:30 in the morning. I remember I had the day off the next day.
We're playing fucking Rocket League.
I genuinely think we were actually. But yeah, like 1:00 rolls around, or 2:00. My wife my girlfriend at the time, she came home, and my phone rings, and it's like a LA. It literally says Los Angeles, and I'm like, fuck. They're like, hey, is this Gary Carpentier? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, hey, this is so-and-so from The Voice. Just wanted to let you know we got your submission. We want to ask you some follow-up questions because you're not going to go to the open call that we have you signed. We're going to send you right to the callbacks. And I was like,
Oh shit!
fuck,
nice.
all right. So this was 3 years ago now. It was November. I went to New York City at the same studio that I think Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett did their album together. So it's like I'm standing in the same fucking room.
That's sick.
Their open call, they had I think 4,000 or 8,000 people, and they took 100 of us.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you sing in front of the people. It's McCulty Casting is the group that, like, the casting agency. But it was cool. I sang in front of them. They asked me some questions, and then you either go right and leave the building, or you go left and you go to like this whole interview process. And
So you just went left. You were like, I'm just going that way.
yeah, they were like, it was literally like air traffic control. They're like, no, yes.
Oh, that's rough.
The whole time I was there, though, like I was there for probably an hour waiting, and I saw a lot of people go through. I saw one person go to the left.
Ooh.
And I was like, fuck. So I go in, do my thing, come out, and they're like, yeah, you're going to go left. And I was like, all right, cool. This is sweet. You got a fucking fat Sam Smith rolling through this bitch. Just fucking, all right, cool. So I go in, do like this, like, they want to see like your personality on camera and shit. So they're asking you rapid fire questions, seeing how funny you can be and whatever.
You're like, I'm a platinum on in Rocket League.
They're like, do you have any special skills? And I'm like, do you have a controller? Let me show you. Yeah. So
Play acoustic guitar.
yeah.
You're just like, see that? I just did an air roll 360.
Do you want me to write a song about it? Because I can't. No, but then after that, they gave me like this letter that said, we'll let you know.
That
was a tough one. So then I'm waiting for this phone call. And by now, New York was the last city they did. So it was 150,000 people that auditioned across the entire country, and including video submissions. I get a call on my birthday before February-ish, that was like, hey, you've made it through to the Los Angeles round. Like, it's the final callback. So we're taking 200 people. And I'm like, sick, great. So we go out there for 3 days, and they cut it down to 100 at that point. You do some, so I go to, we're in Burbank, California. So there's a lot, like I saw within my first like 10 minutes there, I saw Chris Brown, I saw Randy Jackson, I saw Evander Holyfield was at my fucking terminal. That shit was nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Your fucking ears fucked up. That's crazy.
I always wonder about
It's
that
real.
shit.
Yeah,
Like living in LA, it's like you're just seeing dudes.
dude, fucking
normally.
TMZ was literally like, Evander Holyfield, how are you? And he's like, I'm fucking great. And I was like, shit.
And then you
that's
see
so
that
crazy.
You see that shit in your news.
You're just like,
feed the
sup,
next day.
Kane?
Sup, Kane? Do I say Sue Woo or do I not? So yeah, and then they brought us to the hotel. We did audition and stuff. We did wardrobe stuff. I got to go, like, they put you in like a bunch of different outfits and shit. It was crazy. Really? Oh yeah. I had to take a personality test. Like, it's a 500 questionnaire to see if you're like mentally fit for.
They want to make
TV.
sure that you're not a fucking lunatic that's gonna
Right.
shoot
Yeah.
shit. Like fucking just go nuts.
Yeah, it's actually because it's a long fucking time to be there. One of the questions was, do you feel like people are following you or watching you? And I accidentally scribbled yes.
For sure, people.
Yeah.
Are
So
following.
I actually had to go in like a meeting with a psychologist afterwards, and it's like, so you think people are following you? And I was like, are they? Like, what? No. He's like, well, right here you marked yes. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably just scribbled the wrong one. And he's like, all right, well, you seem mentally fit and blah blah blah. And I was like, bitch, you don't know me.
You're like, I'm not gonna lie, I was up till 7 playing Rocket League.
Yeah, but that was cool. They cut it down to 90 of us, and then the actual like audition week, was like,
That's when they do the whole thing. How many people did those 3 judges have sing in front of them though?
so as many as it takes to fill up all 48
teams are
spots.
full?
Yep. So it was yeah, they had it. It was 100. I was out there for the whole month of June, and they had 100. They cut it down to 90 the final week, and then they had 18 people audition a day. And if they didn't get through all of them, then those people rolled over to the next day. And if your name didn't get called, you just hung out at the hotel. The worst part was that they took your cell phones, your laptops, your iPads, everything on that Sunday night. and you meet at this conference center and they tell you who's going to go the next day. So if your name doesn't get called, you literally have no contact to the outside world. You hang out at the hotel until 8 p.m. the next night and go to the next meeting to find out who's going the next day. So it's so I didn't get called Sunday. I didn't get called Monday. I didn't get called Tuesday. So when Wednesday rolls around, like, I'm in panic mode. I'm like, I just spent a whole fucking month out here. I'm not going to get a chance to do this.
I don't know where my iPad
So
is.
so there's 48 spots, and they were auditioning 18 a day. So that's, it's like 70, 80. How many?
90 people.
90 people were left.
Yep.
So what if they fill those 48 spots before they get to you?
You go home.
Really?
You just go home.
That's a totally fucky way to doing it, though, right?
Yep.
Because you miss like a whole bunch of people that could actually be super good.
Well, and that's the other part of it too, is that
Probably the people they see first were ranked higher.
They rank them, maybe. It's possible.
so nothing is they have like a completely random draw of how they do it. Like they have their thing.
Okay.
It's not based on like skill level or whatever.
Yeah, they
It's
put numbers into a hat and then
the
they
way-
drink if a guy doesn't fucking make it.
no, the way that they describe it to us is that they have like a kind of a generator they do it, but what they try to do is to make it like a playlist for the artists or for the coaches. So they'll have like a country guy go, and then next will be like a pop girl, and then it'll be like an R&B guy, and then something like that. And so it goes guy girl, but they change up the music styles and shit. And the craziest part about the show that I thought was staged was that the coaches don't, like, nobody knows what they're looking for. Like, it's literally based off of what they hear. Mm-hmm. That's, like, what blew my mind.
That's cool.
I'm sure some of it is probably still, like, the upstairs pick. Because not so much on my season, but seasons before, there's other people on my season that should have made it over me, 100%. They were so much more talented and just insanely good, but they just weren't. That's not what they were looking for, so.
Right.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, it's nice to know that. I mean, honestly, like, I feel like some of those shows you don't know. Like, you're like, oh shit, are they actually? Is there someone in their ear telling them like, hey, pick this person? Or
Sure.
You don't know.
I'm sure there were, but I mean, I don't really know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but like my battle song, so like the second one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the show at all. But
The
like,
Voice.
Yeah.
I watched it literally just only when you were on it.
you're the man.
I don't
same.
really like.
I literally feel like
I don't really like singing shows.
Same.
Like,
Now, are you getting on The Masked Singer or what?
I think you have to be known
Yeah,
to
you have
do
to be
that.
like actually,
Yeah.
and you also have to be masked.
Yeah.
you know?
quick digression though. The Masked Singer, personally, I think is fucking genius.
I heard it's fucking great. I haven't
Dude,
seen it yet.
they had it blew my mind because last year it was like fucking T-Pain won it. I think
No, dude, he's so
T-Pain
good.
won it, and
He's
like
so good.
the craziest thing was that there were people that predicted it from the get-go that were like, that's fucking T-Pain. But since he doesn't do the auto-tune or anything, nobody knows that he's actually insanely good at singing.
Watch his Tiny Desk concert.
Tiny Desk. I'll
Yeah,
write that down.
on NPR.
But
oh my god,
they had do I work tomorrow? Yo, why the fuck? No,
Playing
I
Rocket League too.
got a phone call, a text message, and a Facebook message from one of my coworkers asking if I work tomorrow. Look at the schedule. We have the same schedule, Stan. No, the Masked Singer is crazy because they have a lot. Like this season, they have a lot of celebrities that nobody really would have thought of, and one of them was fucking Victor Oladipo, the point guard. For
dude,
the
yeah,
Pacers.
he can sing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
he
so
was
nuts.
like in his chamber choir all growing up, and like
He sang at the ESPYs one year.
Yeah.
He like got up and he was like, "Baby girl," or like did something, and everybody was like, "Shit."
That's kind of
damn
sick.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, T-Pain, his Tiny Desk concert, he does buy you a drink with just a guy playing keyboard and just him going, and it's like one of my favorite videos. So good. So good.
So yeah, that's my only frame of reference for The Voice.
I only
is
watched it. Yeah, I only
when you
watched
were
it when
on.
he was on.
Oh,
too.
yeah. So
but
the
I also
format
like
of it.
That's the one where they hit the button and spin around.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've seen memes of it too.
Yeah.
I've never like the last season of any singing show I ever watched was Glee. I watched season 7.
Glee was a good show.
Yeah, but that wasn't a reality show.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Until Corey died. Then it became a reality show a little bit.
Which one was Corey?
That's when shit got real.
He was the main
character.
the main guy basically that was dating Lea Michele on the
died.
show. He died of a heroin
die.
overdose in real life.
Why would he do that?
Yeah.
That's not smart, bro.
No. No, I was also going to say American Idol. But, so The Voice.
Yeah.
We're at this point now. You're auditioning.
Yeah, so I make a team. I'm there.
Which team did you get to? I forget.
So Team Adam Levine.
You got to meet Adam
I got the
Levine.
last spot of the show.
How did he smell?
It's like money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that
I'm
for
listening.
me. Yeah, no, that for me was like, fuck. That was like the moment. Like to even be considered on that level, I have a lot of self-confidence and issues, and I'm very self-deprecating. But because like out here, like great, you know, I feel like a bigger fish in a smaller pond type of thing. But then being out there, you know, you're just a little tadpole.
Yeah, it's like that music video, Tell Me Baby by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm actually a big Chili Peppers fan.
You're not?
I never really listened to them that whole bunch.
I don't really listen to a lot of them either, honestly.
Yeah, that's like the one band, them and the Gorillaz, I never really got like into.
Now the Gorillaz is fine, but
Yeah.
somebody else told me that the other day, and I was like completely blown away because I'm realizing that the Chili Peppers are like such a weird. I think it was Zach was talking to me about how weird they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well,
there's
it's
no
not-
set mold for their music, so
Sure.
you have to like.
Yeah, it's just that they're a little different.
It's not that they're
They're
not
not.
good.
No, it's like it seems like everybody I know that likes them, they like completely different parts of them.
sure.
Right, yeah.
Like a lot of people like that. My dad likes the really upbeat stuff, and then my uncle Frank likes the really depressing stuff, and then I like all of it. Tell Me Baby they did this thing where we can watch it too. We take a break or whatever, but they have people that are in LA that are like looking to make it big, but they have a bunch of people on there that moved to LA in like the late 80s, early 90s that like went there to make it big and are just like,
Yikes.
they're still doing well. They're like doing small shows or
Sure.
whatever, but it's like they thought they were going to be superstars.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny you say that because it really is like, you know, I mean, LA probably has more people that live on one city block than people in Oswego.
I just saw a thing that you could fit the entire world population inside of Los Angeles.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've also read that for Texas.
Texas, yeah,
You
easily.
could give everybody a house and an acre of land in Texas.
It's pretty crazy.
Damn.
But I wouldn't want to live in Texas.
No.
Well, not
LA,
if everybody
LA
else
was
is
cool.
there.
Like I love the hot. Like I love the heat, so I'm all about LA. But
I just
LA,
don't like all the people. That would be my
well,
problem.
the
But
cool thing is nobody gives a fuck. Like
Right.
you just do you. Like you want to go out there
Yeah.
and identify as a mermaid and fucking just live your life on the land. That's what you can fucking do.
right.
Like nobody gives a shit out there. That's why people move out there to live their dreams and
Yeah,
shit.
people only give a shit about like, you know, the actual celebrities. that are
Right.
out
If
there.
you want to go out and
I
live
actually
there
had
and
a-
be a swooping golden eagle level Counter-Strike player on the street,
Clay
you could do
Matthews,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had a friend from high school I actually also played tennis with. He just moved to LA the other day.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
cool.
expensive, huh?
That's a daunting fucking thought. Like I don't like the thought of people that I don't respect succeeding. Like that's the thing that I hate. I'm kidding. It's very daunting when I see another one of my friends today just announced that she moved to Miami, and I'm like, fucking, I hope everything goes well because
Right.
things aren't going well for you here.
Well,
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
Also, Florida's a little risky, you know.
like if things are going bad for you in your hometown, it's either you're gonna do better or you're gonna do worse.
You're gonna do
Like,
worse. Yeah.
so it's
It's
very
also-
it's I get nervous when I see people I know that are like moving to all these different areas.
It's
And I'm
also like a totally new, like a clean slate. You don't know anybody. So
like, yeah.
My wife
So
and I,
it's-
we were going to move to Nashville this summer, like this
Mm-hmm.
coming summer, but she ended up getting like her dream job in Syracuse. So we're going to call Syracuse home for right now. And I'm going to start traveling and playing. But
That's the move.
yeah, if this was like the early 2000s, I'd be like, fuck it. No, we're going like 100%. But nowadays it's like with
The housing
technology
market
and
and-
yeah. it's crazy. I don't need to go anywhere. Like I ended up in LA from YouTube in fucking Oswego, so it's not like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's the goal, is to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I want to I'm planning on going to nursing school next year.
Oh, cool.
And my aunt is an RN, and she was talking about how her biggest regret was not being a traveling practitioner in the beginning, because she's like in her late 50s now, and that's what she does. She lives in Denver. She does like Colorado, Texas, and California.
Mm-hmm.
And then like one of the practitioners I worked with at the Oswego Hospital does 3 months in Oswego, 3 months in Miami, 3 months in Dallas, and 3 months in Lincoln, Nebraska, where he's from. He's from Lincoln. And I'm like, that's the coolest shit.
I got a buddy I play disc golf with, and he lives in Utah, but he will travel. So he's been to like San Diego, Seattle, he's Texas, Florida, New York, Maine, all over the country. And while he's out there, he'll just play all these different disc golf courses and stuff. And he's played with professionals. He's met some like famous people and traveled around and do that. But yeah, if you're single and young, like fucking go do that.
There's no strings.
Yeah, exactly. No strings attached, nothing's holding you back. Make good money and see the world. So.
Yeah, and you have a job. It's like it's part of your job. So
yeah, right.
That's a good situation, really.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's the move.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do with this upcoming year, is just get more out of, because like in Syracuse, it's a very niche kind of scene. Like if you're not playing like funk, or if you're not playing like
a lot of metal,
90s cover, like it's.
Speaking of 90s, did you see the Black Crowes are getting back together?
I did. I just saw that on Facebook today. And I was
How do you feel about that?
I don't ever really listen to them.
Really?
So, yeah.
They're like
What year was that? What year were they like big?
Like 1988 exclusively, when their first album came out.
I was still on my dad's nuts swimming around.
Yeah. Their first like when you look, because they're a decent band, but their first album is literally their greatest hits. Like they literally made every perfect song they could have made in their first album, and then every album after that was decent. Like they're all good, but like it's like the way I feel with Guns N' Roses. How Appetite for Destruction was like had Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, Mr. Brownstone, Sweet Child of Mine, Night Train. Like, they didn't know that all those songs were going to be huge singles, but it's like, now you have a huge expectation.
They should have titled their first album Greatest Hits.
Right. And the craziest thing is it's apparently a huge deal that the Black Crowes are back.
Okay.
Like it was like number 2 on Google trending when I got on my phone.
Shit.
I got on my phone this morning. The number 2 Google trending search was Black Crowes 2020 tour dates. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know other people besides my dad.
Backstreet Boys do it too recently and shit.
Maybe that's who people are thinking of.
Or is it NSYNC?
Aren't the Black Crowes a Backstreet Boys cover band?
Sounds like it.
Sounds just like it, yeah. Shit. No, I'm like, I saw System of a Down's going back on tour this year too.
Oh yeah,
nowhere near us.
Rage Against the Machine, they're going.
That'd be cool to see too.
Yeah. My Chemical Romance is doing that show out in LA.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They're also like, I've heard they've booked shows in Australia and like Germany. Like I think they're actually gonna go. I will pay an absurd amount of money to go watch them.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see too.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Sure, I was an emo kid back in the day.
Yeah,
right.
Same.
So was
sort of.
I didn't get my 3 Days
I wasn't
Grace
like an emo kid. I just listened to emo music
and
skateboarded.
They were the 2 bands that like all my friends.
Who was?
Like 3 Days Grace was the other one.
Okay.
And I was like, I like Linkin Park. I can get.
Linkin Park was cool.
Linkin Park was like a better version of 3 Days Grace.
Yeah. I listened to a lot of weird shit back then.
I listened to a lot of Blue October though. I actually just saw them live the other day.
Oh really?
It was one of the greatest nights of my entire life.
That's
I got to meet the band. And got autographs.
Where was that?
The Anthology Theater, or the Anthology Ballroom in Rochester.
Okay.
Right next to the scariest Camp's Pizzeria I've ever been to in my life. Literally right, you know exactly what I'm talking about?
It's Rochester.
I've been there, yeah.
Dude, their Camp's Pizzeria is fucking scary looking. Like, it looks like it looks like it was in the back of a room from the warehouse set of Reservoir Dogs. Like, you ever see Reservoir Dogs? You know when Mr. Pink and Mr. White are like arguing about
Yes.
Mr. Orange. That's literally what their fucking Cam's Pizzeria looks like.
Oh my god, I was yawning and laughing at the same time. That hurt. That's so funny.
It was weird. And like I walked in and it was a wicked old couple that ended up being from Cato. It was this super. They never even.
Are they fucking lost?
They never even knew who Blue October
We
was.
stumbled in.
They they won the tickets on the radio, and they were like, "Fuck it, we'll go." And they were like in their 70s,
like in their living room. The
Yeah.
fucking dialing up. Win tickets to come see Blue October. I was like, what the fuck?
But like we get there and we walk in, and it was seriously like the weirdest looking establishment. Like not even a Cam's. Like it was a very strange looking, like. And you walk in, the pizza isn't on anything rotating. They're just on pizza stones on the counter with heat lamps over them.
The way it should be.
Yeah.
It's
And
just in those styrofoam cases.
yeah. And I walk in and I go up to the guy. I'm like, "Hey, do you guys have a bathroom?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's right over there." And I look over and there's nothing there. And I'm like, "I don't
That's
see
a wall."
it." And he goes, "Oh, the door's in the way." And I'm like, "Is he fucking with me?" And I look over, I'm like, "I don't even see a door." The fucking kitchen door swings out and it's so big that it blocks off the doorway to the bathrooms. And the kitchen door was
So you
open.
come out of the bathroom.
So
it's
yeah,
like,
and you
fuck
can walk right into the kitchen door.
That's
shit
Like,
jacked up.
so like we go anyway, we order and it's this there was only one guy working, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, "You're definitely like a power forward for whatever like basketball team is near Rochester, like MVCC.
MVCC.
He's like the power forward. I mean, this dude was like 6'7", huge, wicked huge beard. He looked like a thicker James Harden, and
Okay.
he's just running this pizza place. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." And I'm like, we're gonna get 4 slices of pepperoni pizza. And he's like, "Yeah, I got you." And I'm thinking he's gonna grab the pizza off the actual stone. He doesn't do that. He just walks back and grabs pizza and then throws it in. And it was seriously the best canned pizza I've ever
It's
had.
always like the grimiest places that you find the
Like,
best food.
Because they focus on their pizza, not their fucking appearance.
And he's
you know?
like, "I hope you have a good," or he's like, "I hope you enjoy this pizza, man. It's fucking perfect." And I'm like, "All right, like that's cool." And then he's like, "You going to the show tonight?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'll see you there." And he went, but I'm like,
What?
the story
But he
was
went.
way better before I finished it. But yeah, I don't know where I was getting at. With
No, I love it.
the decrepit Cams, like literally looked. It was fucking. Those people we met from Cato were the weirdest. That was so weird, dude.
Cato's.
You know, and I'm there with my uncle Jeff. You probably
Most of our fan base is
like Justin and John Carson.
Yeah.
They're my cousins. I went with their dad, who's a huge Blue October fan, which is weird.
Cool.
But I'll take
Somebody's
it.
got to be. You
Yeah,
know? Somebody
but
has to be a huge
that's what I was
Blue
getting with
October.
that. I don't listen to My Chemical Romance. I was more of a Blue October guy.
I forgot that's how we got here. Yeah. No, I listened like back then I was listening to My Chemical Romance, Manchester Orchestra, Motion City soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Listening to oh my god, Under Oath.
At the drive-in. What's
Yeah.
the AFI?
Hawthorne Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen to all that shit. Followed by like Eminem and Biggie and all that kind of shit. My iPod was weird.
Yes.
Actually, my Zune was weird.
Ooh, you're one of those
Yeah.
cooler guys.
No, I found it and
You found it.
I found it on a bus and I said
Nobody
"No,
said
it's mine."
anything, so
Nobody was looking for their Zune. Nobody's
They're like,
posting.
finally, I lost that thing.
Nobody's posting on their live journal about missing a Zune.
yeah. It also would have been MySpace probably.
Yeah.
I remember getting a Windows phone and thinking I was way better than everybody else. I was like, Windows Phone is coming back. Like they're bringing back.
Remember
Zoom.
Remember the Sidekick?
Yes.
Shit. Yeah.
That was wild.
The one that I love talking about was the fucking Samsung Juke. You had one of those, didn't you?
I don't remember.
It was
didn't have a
it was
Juke.
literally like this big and it
Oh,
flipped
yes.
out like that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Little fuck.
What a wild fucking design. I always liked the phones that just had the flip out keyboards because I felt like it was a way
Yeah.
easy to do everything.
Yeah.
And then after like a month, there's certain buttons that you have to press super hard because they don't work anymore.
Right. Yeah, I was so good at texting like without looking.
That was the best. Was when you would have to text the actual hit the numbers like that.
Like Apple just
Oh, the like
Apple
T9.
just yeah. Apple T9 Word.
Yep.
Yeah. Apple just installed the fucking where you can swipe now.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, why? Why did you add this?
Oh, I use it all the time.
Right.
It's
I use
sweet
it too.
for
but I'm
one
just
hand, just
but-
and it's always wrong. Always spell something
Yeah.
wrong.
I only use it for big words. It only gets big words right.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, that's true.
like-
Because there's less of you. Like you're narrowing down the margin.
Dude,
of
my,
error.
my swipe keyboard thinks I say the word thorough way too much. Like, I'll go to type through or though or tough, and it'll be like thorough.
I want to see if
you're
it'll
gonna
do
say
that.
you're gonna say those that Cowboys Vikings game was a really tough thing. It was a really thorough thing to watch.
Yeah. Well, I use Google Keyboard or Google
It's like,
Gboard.
oh, George
or whatever.
Masvidal is so thorough.
He is.
He's thoroughbred.
I tried to
game bred.
do a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to see if it did, and it came up sodomy.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well,
close
that's the same
enough,
thing.
right? Yeah.
Now we're here.
I think they would get the message, whoever you're sending it to. Because I
it's-
mean, how
think it's
often do you say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? What does that even mean? You know, like what's the definition?
the
I've
word
never
that you
looked it
say
up.
when you can't think of any other word to say?
Oh, is it? It's usually
Because I guess by the time you're done saying it, you'll have thought of the word.
Yeah, it's like a Twix kind of for free.
That's a Twix that you sneeze into.
it's just a really big you know.
Yeah. I think it's funny that sodomy used to be a criminal offense.
So
Well, we were on sodomy, so
Yeah,
I figured I'd add to it. Speaking
Yeah.
of sodomy, Gary and I saw Tom Segura last
Fuck yeah.
night, which
Tom.
was
It's so good.
fucking insane.
So good.
The
I also
music
appreciated
videos.
that he came out in an SU sweatshirt.
Yeah, I thought that was
really
very
appreciated
cool
that.
of him.
did he? That's
He
sick.
did.
Yeah, he also ripped on Buffalo for
Wicked
being
hard, for being
so
stupid.
hard. Yeah, because he made a joke about
The president of the Philippines.
Yeah.
He goes, so the president of the Philippines is a wicked cool guy. And I know, I
read about it, yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, immediately when he said that. And
it was
nobody
probably
else
like it was
knew.
probably like 75% of the crowd laughed, and he literally goes, "Oh, I see you guys read a lot more than Buffalo does, so that's good." Yeah,
It was a pretty awesome show. I think it was a little better than when we saw Bill Burr last year, but nothing will ever touch seeing Doug Stanhope live. Nothing. That's the fucking
I don't know
white.
if I know who that is.
Whoa, buckle up, dude. He's fucking insane.
Buckle up.
He's my favorite comedian. Wes and I saw him for my 21st birthday 2 years ago, and
You're a baby.
yeah, I'm fucking tiny, dude.
Shit.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Pipsqueak.
I'm younger than Kevin. Isn't that weird?
I didn't need to hear that.
Kevin's a little man too.
Kevin's
I saw
like-
him at the Bills game. He was up there, the fucking Buffalo game.
My brother?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was there. He was telling me about it. Yeah, he's little. He's a fucking tiny dude. my little brother Jimmy turns 21 in January.
Really? I haven't seen him in a long time. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
He looks like me, but like way skinnier.
Yeah. He really does. Too.
His teeth are a little bit more fucked up than mine, which isn't saying much, but
But it was a pretty good show.
yeah, Tom Segura has always been one of those comics that he doesn't try to be funny. No. You know, there's some comics that really go over the top and really try to make those jokes hit. But
Sometimes
he
you
just,
can tell when they're trying too hard.
yeah, Tom is just it never.
My bad.
No, you're fine. Yeah, he was talking about this. He was filming a movie, and he went across the street to go to this bar, and this fucking woman is sitting in the bar,
Oh,
just
my God.
going bananas, fucking masturbating right at the bar. And the way that he was talking about it, he's like, I walked up to the bouncer and I was like, "Excuse me, sir," and I just like his delivery was just
Yeah.
so innocent but so funny. It's so
I feel like he does that shit in real life too. Like I feel like
yeah. He's excuse me, sir.
it seems like that's
I
how
love
he
when
is.
he does the little voice, like when he does the one about where he talks about the gay drink he buys at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Like
what you're
the
talking
voices
about.
he does.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, this one has frosting and it's only $3.99. Or like when he makes fun of midgets.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Yeah. So it was pretty great. It's very cool I was telling Wes I'm really lucky with the amount of shows I've seen, because I've seen basically there's probably only one other comedian that I haven't seen that I need to see, and
Which is?
it's probably Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah, I have to
Because
see it too.
as much as I would love to see Joe Rogan live, he's so hit or miss with me with stand up.
Sure.
I wouldn't mind seeing Theo. I think
Theo's a
Theo
big
Vaughn's
one.
pretty good, and he fucking doesn't.
I
get
would
it.
only want to see him if he's tripping on mushrooms, though, because that is the funniest set he's ever done in his life.
I've seen.
I just think Theo's a character. Like I feel
Yeah.
like he'd be fun to just see in general.
Yeah, I'd like to see him actually. That'd be a good one.
But because we've seen Schaub, Bill Burr, and Brian Callen, and then I've also seen Stanhope, Ari Shaffir, and Tom
Ari
Segura.
Shaffir would be a good one.
Ari Shaffir was pretty great. He did a lot about religion, which was annoying, but it was still funny.
Yeah, but you didn't see Bill Cosby.
I haven't seen Bill Cosby. Wes has me beat though. Wes has seen Charlie Murphy, so
Oh,
we'll never be able to get to do that.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like Charlie Murphy's last tour. He saw him live.
Shit.
Oh, and he's seen Carlos Mencia and Jeff Dunham. So
Carlos
you know.
Mencia, I can do without.
I could do without the Carlos. I was literally going to say that exact same
I
sentence.
saw Gabriel Iglesias is going to be at the Landmark too. I think in February. So he's another one of those guys. I'm like, okay.
I'd like to see him just to see him. He's like he's
yeah.
like a Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Like I only saw.
You gotta
Cannibal
see him rip
Corpse
apart
because
somebody
I wanted
once.
to see them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. I saw him. I saw Josh Blue.
Josh Blue is fucking phenomenal.
He's up in
Hilarious.
Syracuse all the time. it
Yeah.
seems like.
Yeah,
He's
and
up
I
there
saw.
again soon.
I saw Tosh actually at
Really?
Landmark when he came here.
I forgot that happened.
2011.
Yeah, that was like a while
10,
back. I
somewhere in there.
remember seeing something about
Yep.
that.
Yeah, I saw him. That was like right when Tosh.0 was like,
King.
yeah, that was
I wonder how much
fucking
stand up
great.
he does now, though.
I don't know if he does much. I know he started his set with his two dogs, and he put one walked out with him, and he put one on a stool, and everybody is going crazy, and he goes, sit. And both dogs sat. And he just like, everybody else in the crowd was sitting too, and everybody's laughing. He goes, he's like, no, now all you guys sit because, I will murder these fucking puppies right up here. I won't wait.
Yeah.
And everybody starts laughing. He's like, no, I'll literally slit their fucking throats. And I was just like, shit.
He's a savage.
Yeah.
Tosh is actually super underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best that.
Well, it's because he doesn't do it. He does the show. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only thing people know.
And Tosh.0 is still pretty decent, isn't
Yeah.
it? I haven't watched it, but
I haven't seen it in
I
a
see
while,
it
but-
gets good ratings still, which is crazy because I remember like after the second season, I was like, all right, that's it. Like, I was like
that's
14.
GG.
I was like, you don't need to keep making episodes.
Sure. It's
But
kind of like.
it's web soup, is what it is.
Yeah, it's like ridiculousness.
And then,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then Rob Dyrdek was like, "Oh, I see this show's doing good."
Well, yeah,
Time
who was
to
the
do
first?
that.
It was
'Cause he was doing.
It was Chris. No,
Robin Big at the
it was
time.
Joel McHale was the soup, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that show was fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was fucking Chris Hardwick after that, right?
That was.
You know what
at
show I
midnight.
miss on?
Mad TV.
I miss Matt TV, but I miss
Yeah, Mad TV.
MXC.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you showed me that.
That
They
show was
are
amazing.
full episodes are on YouTube. Just so you know,
Really?
full episodes are on YouTube.
Yeah, because Guy Ledouche, dude. You gotta have Guy Ledouche.
Here's Sandy Mulligan's. I have pussy.
It was an actual show though, and
Yeah.
then it got
Yeah, it was,
like dubbed over in
they
English.
dubbed it over.
Takeshi's Challenge.
Yeah, it's
So
fucking so good.
fucking
And he
funny.
made video games too. He made a Takeshi's Challenge game for the Super Nintendo, and invited all these people to come and play it. And if you beat the game, you were allowed to get on the show. Nobody could beat the game. It's like not even because it's hard. It's like the worst game ever made.
Is he the guy with the 6ix9ine tattoos on his face?
Yeah, he was in $1 Million Extreme. His name's also Sam Hyde.
Okay.
Guy with the tattoos all over his face. Oh my god.
I saw a Photoshop picture of 6ix9ine bald.
Why?
It was pretty funny.
Does he look like one of the Crazy 8 characters from Kill Bill?
He kind of looks like Sigourney Weaver from Alien 3.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. That's pretty funny. We're all gonna end up dead.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Shit.
I love the twists and turns this is taking here.
Yeah. I love it.
I had a couple of topics.
Yeah, cool. We can do that. I also have food or object things to do. So we do this game on here where we list a food.
Oh.
And it goes head to head with an object, and you have to pick which one you want to keep.
Wes and I
the
came
other
up with
one.
one the other day. By
Oh,
the
did
way.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to pick which one I want to keep.
Yeah, and the other one disappears forever.
Okay.
One's a food and one's an object. What's
Okay.
yours? Because you got it. Do you ever remember it?
No, I got to think of it.
Oh,
I remember what one of the parts was. I'm
Supercalifragilistic
actually going to
expialidocious.
text Wes. But we talked about it at D&D.
What's that?
There's this guy that Seth and I found on YouTube a while ago. His name is CEO 100 Abel,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he has like 110,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show you, and now also you, because you're here. I wanted to show you a couple of his videos. We should do like a 10-minute.
Do they have music in them or?
No, they don't have music in them. We could probably honestly
Get
rip the
away with
videos and put them in the episode.
That's what it was.
I'll do that when I get home. I'll rip the videos and send them to you.
Well, I can rip them. I just don't know if I want to play someone else's YouTube videos on our YouTube video.
You can just
kind of
copy
a
it, or
dick
you can
move.
just like say you don't own the rights to it, right?
Yeah, that's
we
what we'll
could.
do.
It's-
He's not going to press charges.
What's he gonna do? Bitch.
But I'm going to text Wes what
Ask for a
our,
fucking free T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll send him a T-shirt. I don't care.
go right ahead. That was all I
we're
wanted
gonna-
to say was I wanted to watch those videos because they're fucking amazingly bad.
Well, of course they are. All right. Well, let's do these then.
Okay.
I came up with these today, so they might not be that great. But
So
they're
I have to
pretty good.
pick which one I want to keep forever.
Yeah, and one's gone forever. Gatorade versus plastic wrap.
Keeping Gatorade all day.
Gatorade's great.
Well, does Gatorade get rid of, like, if you take plastic wrap, does it get
it
rid
would
of
get rid of Powerade also, pretty much.
body armor?
No, I
Coconut?
would say Gatorade and Powerade. Pretty
Gatorade
much.
and Powerade.
Well, I don't know. Plastic wrap.
Powerade's great too. And plastic
Like
wrap
Cling
is.
wrap or Ziploc bags?
I'm talking like cling wrap, like fucking
Right.
when you. Put
Like, what
something in
else
the
are you going to
fridge.
put your cocaine in? You know, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking.
And you know, I feel
true.
like things will
Cellophane.
spoil a little bit quicker in the fridge.
But
you know?
aluminum foil is better anyway, though.
I'm on that boat.
Yes, that's actually not bad.
That's
yeah.
the thing is,
I'm gonna stick with Gatorade and
Is-
get rid of plastic wrap. Save the environment.
get
Yeah.
rid of plastic wrap
I'm
because I
thinking-
would rather use aluminum foil.
Come on.
And you can just
Well-
put your cocaine in one of those little bullets.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like the old film cartridges.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, how about mashed potatoes versus buckets?
Mashed potatoes all the day. You don't even. No, it's not even a question. Mashed potatoes.
What are you
with,
gonna do
like,
at the beach? You know, when you're trying to make sandcastles.
What kind of
Lay on
buckets?
it?
Are we talking like buckets for
I'm talking about
trains,
buckets.
too?
All buckets are gone.
like buckets that are in like bulldozers?
No, those aren't really.
Like the bucket that they use to scoop
Oh,
stuff?
I see what you
That's
mean.
not a bucket. That's
I have a.
It's called the bucket.
I'm obsessed with mashed potatoes. So
yeah,
I used to eat
mashed potatoes are
a
awesome.
full box of instant mashed potatoes before every start in college.
A full box?
A full box.
How many
It's good.
potatoes
You
is
got to
it?
have that starch
like 4?
content.
It's like it serves like a family of 5. I'm not proud of it, but I did it.
That's okay. Well, did you get the ones that were like loaded?
Yeah.
Of course.
Not a pussy.
Those are so good.
Yeah. My sophomore year of college, I started doing it at the end of my freshman year. My sophomore year of college, I went undefeated.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the secret
was
right
it.
there.
Actually, I lost my last game, but that was it.
Well, did you stop eating mashed potatoes? Or
Yeah. No, it was.
consistently
playoffs,
eating
yeah.
mashed potatoes?
I'm thinking mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I'm keeping.
I'm thinking them too. I just feel
Fuck the
like buckets,
buckets.
are useful sometimes. That's all.
I can't tell you the last time I used a
I
bucket.
feel like mashed potatoes are more useful than buckets. Is what I'm saying.
You said buckets. You didn't say tubs. So I mean, there's tubs.
yeah, you could
I
have
can
like,
use.
but the tubs are bigger. you
Yeah.
know? Just naturally they're bigger.
More efficient
I
buckets.
feel like if you're a farmer or something like that, you're more interested in buckets. You know, you need buckets. You gotta milk
that is
cows.
true.
but
That
I'm
is
not a
true.
farmer.
I'm not a
I'll
farmer.
stick
I'm
with
more
buckets.
of a mashed potatoes
I'll stick
guy.
with buckets.
You're not a farmer though. I don't understand why you're switching
No,
to
but
buckets.
some people are farmers, and those people should be able to
They
have their
need
lives
buckets.
made easy. Yeah.
Well, some people need mashed potatoes. You know.
No.
All right. Well,
I'm just very passionate about buckets.
this one's pretty specific. Baked Lays versus marbles.
Wait, why? No, marbles. I don't even eat baked Lay's potato chips.
I don't mind baked Lays, dude.
I can do. I'll keep the marbles.
I like marbles, but I feel like I don't use marbles enough. You know, I think I probably have baked Lay's more often than I use marbles.
I liked the original Lay's more than anything
Sure.
because I learned a trick out there that singers will eat Lay's before they sing because the oils from it are like a natural thing for your
like a lube.
vocal cords that help resonate them more. So
I feel like it would be a risk. Like you don't want to cut your throat.
that's what I
you
said,
know?
but they's like, no, you just wash down some water. The oil helps your vocal cords.
I'm a giant fan of salt and vinegar potato chips.
We should start eating Lay's before we do podcasts for our voice. You know.
You're listening to the Clear Shots podcast.
Yeah, we just all start sounding like Isaac Hayes.
We'll do ASMR versions, dude.
Keep in marbles. Baked Lay's can fuck off.
Yeah, baked Lay's.
They have lower calories than regular Lay's. You know,
marbles have 0 calories.
You know what has less calories than baked Lay's?
marbles.
No baked Lay's.
Yeah, if you just
There's
don't eat
literally
them.
no calories.
How many calories do marbles have? Is what I want to know.
I don't know, but you probably can't eat too many.
There's no nutritional value.
I would
to
restrict
marbles.
my marble intake.
They will most definitely come out the same way that they went down.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, by the way, the candy corn lost. It was like 100% against candy corn when I put it up on Instagram.
Yeah, I thought that was fucking dog shit. And it was
I
great.
love candy corn.
Thank you.
What was
Not
the
even
against? I don't even remember.
I can't eat too
anything
much of
beats
it though
candy
because you
corn.
do start to get sick.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's great for that
Yeah.
first.
Oh,
couple
it was
months.
vending machines.
you get it.
Yeah,
You get it.
Thank you, Gary.
No, vending machines.
No, I'd rather have candy corn. Candy corn's
yeah,
fucking delicious.
1000%.
Yep,
No.
dude.
trash.
Speaking of delicious things, I just tried one of the new. Do you drink caffeine still?
Yeah, a little bit.
You've had Bang Energy before.
I have not had Bang.
Whoa.
Well, they came out with that new one. That fucking Rain Energy is a monster like clone of Bang, basically.
Okay,
Have you
well-
seen that shit? It's like got the fucking like weird night face on it. I have a can of it actually.
No, I was gonna say Bang came out with a birthday cake.
I
flavor.
heard about that.
That sounds fucking terrible.
It's
Honestly,
so good.
I heard it's
was
super sweet.
Super sweet though.
I don't want that at all.
It, like, you know, birthday cake ice cream.
Yeah.
It literally tastes like that.
I'm not a big sweets guy either.
Me neither.
So that's the thing about
nice.
that Bang Energy though is like the flavors are really good and it's like low zero sugar basically and it's got like fucking vitamins and shit in it.
Oh,
It's the general idea. Is
start
it's supposed to be
drinking that
like
shit then.
it's supposed to be like a healthier alternative than fucking Monster. And then Monster was like, oh shit.
I'm a
people
Red
are-
Bull guy.
Same.
Yeah. Red Bull's fucking awesome. It's expensive though.
It is. I'm not a big fan of that part.
But Monster goes, oh hey, you're selling shit tons of that Bang stuff. Time to copy it exactly. Literally same colors. Like there's a comparison online. Same colors on the.
Is
on
that
the
with the
cans.
night? The one with the night?
Yeah.
Oh, Rain, like
Rain,
REIGN.
It's like a body.
Yeah.
I don't even know
That
how
shit
they market
looks
it.
fucking stupid.
It's
It looks-
exactly a copy
my
of
God.
Bang.
It looks like an energy drink that would be in like a B movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they couldn't get the license to put Monster Red Bull in.
Sure.
And that's what they did. Is they
Damn.
took a fucking 16-ounce can and put the London Golden Knights logo on it and called it
basically is,
Rain
yeah.
Energy. Reign Supreme.
And,
I
like,
guarantee you is the tagline.
I literally tried it and it's the same flavors as the fucking as Bang.
Shit.
So you're better off with the fucking Bang Energy.
Red Bull is delicious though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I feel like it just costs a lot, and you can
Oh, it
buy
does.
those like 4-packs or whatever. But they're like, oh yeah, you want to pay $30 for 4 of them, and they're like this big.
Yeah. I get the 12-ounce ones, the bigger ones.
Yeah, you have to.
That's almost like too much for me though.
Yeah,
then I'm
but-
at work and I'm like,
and they're not resealable. That's a mistake.
right.
They didn't do that. All right, fried chicken versus face buttons.
Face buttons like
Yeah, like
X.
X, A, B, X, Y, X square, triangle,
Or fried chicken?
circle, or fried chicken.
Well, I don't play video games anymore, so I'll take the fried
That's
chicken.
what I was thinking. Is you're just
all
gonna
day.
take fried chicken.
Yeah.
I'll probably take fried chicken and just exclusively play on computer. Where they don't have face buttons.
Touche.
True. That's true.
Well, some of the mouses do. If you want to consider those face buttons.
yeah, like I don't know, like what the definition of a face button is. I guess.
It's a button that faces you.
But it pretty much eliminates all console games and controllers. Because what
Yeah.
else are you going to use? Triggers and
I
triggers
also
and
just
sticks.
love food, so there's pretty much.
Yeah, you're going to just pick every food.
I love food.
I'm usually on the food side too, so
right.
unless it's something really serious like electricity or TVs or something.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
I was talking. Well, did you do it?
Yeah, I did 4 of them. That's good.
4.
You know, I think we filled the quota. And plus, you have that. You said you had one, right?
Yeah, Wes and I can't remember what
That one you can't remember it.
was.
You give up on
It
that one.
was
Just call it quits. Wrap it up.
no, I'm pretty sure it was spices or bath towels. I'm almost positive that's what it was.
Oh,
Because like that,
love
and that
spices.
means like, and we surmised it to any towel as soon as it encounters you
Just
in the bathroom. Or anytime you need to dry off, it just disappears. So, like, no paper towels to dry off with.
Oh,
like,
that's-
exclusively air drying.
no, you can't do
Or
that. You gotta
spices for your food.
You got rid of
So, like, either be able to dry off after a shower.
That's a good
or,
one. That's a good
Or
one. Fuck.
have food that tastes good. Because if you get rid of spices, you're getting rid of basically everything. Because even, like,
Well-
ketchup or barbecue sauce, you make with spices. So you're...
Yeah, but you could figure, like, nowadays it's like there's enough technology where they could figure out some synthetic bullshit that would taste like it.
I'll 3D print my spices.
Yeah. You could 3D, well, you can't 3D print towels because they just disappear because they don't
Yeah, they
exist
would.
anymore.
I, don't-
Yeah, if you were wet, as soon as you touch a towel, it goes
I
away.
think I would give up spices. I hate being like,
Wet sucks.
like I love showering, but I hate the aftermath. Like just feeling like when you ever shower before you go to bed, that's the fucking worst.
Yeah,
You're just laying there and you're like,
you don't want to move it like at all. Right?
you're like, I did dry off, but why am I still wet?
Yeah, where you're like still like damp.
You're in the damp stage.
And up here, it's like not fucking warm. So
Right.
Dude,
You'd have to take a lot more showers is all I'm saying.
My bathroom is super tiny, and the window, the only window I have is like literally 2/3 of one of the walls. So my bathroom is a solid 15 degrees colder than the rest of my house, and it's fucking
I would hate
dog
that.
shit.
That's awesome.
So like if like when I get up,
I hate that, but it's fantastic.
I have to go in to work at 7, so I get up at like 6:15 and I shower, and it's the coldest. Like I don't have to drink coffee when I get up because when I get out of the shower I'm freezing.
Yeah,
Like immediately.
your body's just like,
Like it's so cold that when I close the door and have the shower on, I don't even fog up the windows.
it's all that evaporation, dude. It's too much.
Yeah,
jeez. Yeah, I don't know.
but I think I would go spices.
I think I go towels.
I'm taking the towels.
I'm going
Take 'em
spices
towels.
exclusively for hot sauce.
I mean, I love.
Like, because
Hot sauce is great, but I could live without it. I
well, I was thinking just use like we would just use like robes or just dry. Like we would invent like big air dryers.
I just feel like if I have to use if I don't have towels, I have to take showers all the time, and then I can't dry off after them. You know, there's a lot of times you got to use towels to clean things, and all sorts of you got to absorb all sorts of liquids. You know, it's too many showers, and then you can't dry off after the shower, so you're fucked. You're wet all the time. It's a rough life. That's all I'm saying.
Would you rather do a shower with ice cold water every day, or one warm shower a month?
I already take cold showers.
I
You're
feel
a
like
psychopath.
well, cold showers like technically
Fucking lunatic.
they're supposed to be like better for you because the like proteins that your body produces and shit when it's in cold temperatures. Like it's better for you is what they say.
What, cold showers?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I literally, that meme, it's like the skeleton taking his shower in like hell. That's me.
Yeah, yeah.
I
See,
like to
that's
make
so
it as
funny
warm as possible.
like I'll have my shower start off like before I get in. I'll have it the hottest I can get it, and then as soon as I get in the shower, I crank the cold all the way, and then
And then you're like trying to stay conscious. Like,
and then I lower the
I just
heat
picture
down.
you passing out at like 6:30 in the morning. Just
like that fucking temperature difference is fucking
yeah,
intense.
fuck that. No
Well,
way.
yeah. So I go from like scalding hot to lukewarm to ice cold.
What? No way.
It seems like too much work, dude. Just-
Yeah, it seems like a lot to put your body through.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
it's a lot of
fantastic.
stress. You know, my blood pressure is fucking.
And the only
through
reason I started taking cold showers is because my dad told me he did. and he told me that like I was like, oh, I'm gonna start doing that. And he's like, you won't be able to do it. You can't do it.
Right.
I'm like, no, I can do that. He's like, no, you won't be able to do it. So I did it to prove a point, and then I ended up actually liking it. It sucks. The first, 2 weeks of taking cold showers sucks because they're not refreshing.
Right.
Like, when you take a warm or hot shower, you get out and you're like, oh. Like, you get out of the cold shower and you're just like, ugh!
I don't want that.
Yeah,
But then you're
does not
immediately-
sound
and
appealing.
shit.
yeah, you're immediately like,
You got icicles dripping off your nose.
well, because when you're taking a cold shower, you're just in and out, in and out, in and out. So like I would go in and I would lather up, shampoo my hair, brush my teeth, wash it all off, and get out immediately.
You brush your teeth in the shower?
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, same.
yeah, that's the
Same.
move, dude.
Hell yeah.
You might as well do it all at once.
My wife thought I was fucking weird for doing that. I'm like, I'm optimizing my time.
yeah.
What do
Okay,
you mean?
you can't
Plus, you
justify
can rinse
something.
your mouth out with the fucking shower water.
If your wife thinks you're weird for doing it, don't be like, well, Jake Jones also does it, because then she's gonna be like, you're fucked. Like, don't find a different person that also does it.
I shave. Sometimes I'll shave in the shower
Yep.
too. Yeah, it's conserving my time and
why wouldn't
water.
you?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I pee in the shower sometimes.
Yeah.
All the time.
New
You can
Zealand.
pee and brush your teeth and take a shower
Excuse
at
me.
the same time. Why wouldn't you?
Norway just passed. Is Norway or New Zealand? Actually, I think New Zealand. They are urging people to pee in the shower to conserve water and something like with their filtration system. It's like the natural vitamins and stuff in urine is like helping it or some shit. But they're urging people to pee in the shower as opposed to just going to the bathroom.
That's sick.
Yeah. The more you know.
People just
Who says this
fucking-
show isn't educational, you know? Fuck.
Yeah. People are just going to have toilets only
You ever
for
pee in the
shit.
sink? Your wife
do
won't
that,
hear
I
this,
guess.
trust me.
I took a shit in a sink once.
I never shit in a sink. I don't think I've ever peed in one either, honestly.
I was this is probably my favorite story ever.
That's great.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
Okay, go ahead.
we were down in Long Island for my grandmother's funeral.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. That's starting off strong.
here we go.
So I'm 17, I think. 17, yeah. We go down there. I don't get to see it's my dad's side of the family. My dad's the youngest of 7 and is the only boy. So I've got a lot, and my mom's the youngest of 8, so I have a lot of cousins and shit. But we go down there. I don't get to see my dad's family all that often. So my cousins at this point, like I said, I'm 17. They're like 23, 24, 26, somewhere in there. They asked, like, hey, can you come hang out with us tonight? Like, we're going to go to a party. We'll make sure he's safe, blah, blah, blah. So I go.
How old were you?
17 or 18.
He's just a pipsqueak.
Yeah, just a little skinny little bitch. And I was 17. It was senior year of high school. And I remember we went down there, or they take us away, and I was like, oh, like, we're going to go hang out. She's like, no, we're going to a party tonight. We're bringing you, what do you drink? And I was like, I don't know, beer, like, just get me whatever. They get me Bud Heavy, 18, the 16-ounce cans, but it's an 18 rack of them. And I was like, all right, cool, like, let's go to town. I go, not only is this a party, it's a fucking beer pong tournament at, like, a car garage. Like, so it's like after hours, there's literally like 200 people in this fucking thing.
What
And I was
the
like,
fuck?
So I'm like, fuck, man. So I was really good at beer pong. So I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. I was playing with my cousin. We're having a blast, like whatever. I just get fucking annihilated. I drank every beer. I was like, great. I wake up. I remember I remember leaving there. We went to White Castle because I had never had it. Because we didn't have one up here.
And you still basically haven't had it because you don't remember it at all.
Yeah. I woke up the next morning in my cousin's bed alone with just a t-shirt on. No underwear, no socks, no nothing. It's like 8:30 in the morning. My aunt comes in, throws my shorts in my face, my cargo shorts. And it's like, did you have a good time last night? I was like, why do you have my shorts? And she's like, do you remember what you did around like 4:30? And I was like, nope. She's like, you took a shit in my sink. I was like, come again? What was that? And she's like, everybody was asleep, and I walked out in the kitchen, pulled down my pants, climbed up on her sink, and defecated in empty part of a sink.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
at
heard
least you didn't shit on the dishes.
right. It was the
Yeah, the
nothing in
other
there.
side.
My aunt came out and she just was like screaming, "What the fuck?" And I was like, apparently I was like, "No, this is it's just fucking whatever."
Nah,
Just fucking
incoherent
out of
entirely.
it. So apparently I had enough. I went to the bathroom and I wiped myself, and then I went back to bed.
That's
and then,
good.
Yeah, but my poor aunt like literally put on a glove and like took my shit out
Yeah.
and like flushed it. And
It was nice of her, though.
yeah,
You know?
she's a great aunt. So
What's she going to do? Leave it in there,
Yeah,
though?
right.
Like, just be
so
like, I'll take it.
I come out for breakfast finally, and all my cousins are cracking shit puns and all this stuff. My dad comes to pick me up, and my aunt, I go in the car, and he comes up, and my aunt tells him what happened. And we get in the car, and it is dead silent for like 2.5, 3 minutes down the road. We stop at a red light, and I'm just looking out the window, and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like, "You shit in my sister's sink." And I was like, "I'm so sorry."
I didn't know I did it.
Yeah. My dad like cracked a little bit of a smirk. It was like, what the fuck? So we go, my parents are divorced, but they had both come to this thing. And my dad goes into where we were staying and tells my mom this. And it was so funny because they fucking hate each other. But my dad's telling her what's happening, and I'm down the hall. So I'm reading lips, and my mom's like, they both just burst out fucking laughing. And I was like, if my shit, physical shit, is what made my parents come together and make a laugh, like, I think that's a good job. I think
Yeah,
I
you
did.
nailed
It's
it.
not too bad, yeah.
It's not too shabby, but
I mean, that wasn't the plan, but
yeah.
you don't really know what the plan
So,
was,
Do
honestly.
you still talk to that aunt?
Yeah, they were all at my wedding. They loved it.
Yeah.
They actually brought it up in front of my wife because she thought it was a bullshit story. She's like, "There's no way," and my aunt was like, "Nah, I grabbed it. Like that was me. I did that shit."
That's fucking insane.
Yeah,
That's you have to have that many beers, though, to, like, think it's okay.
yeah.
Because that's
I've done some incredibly dumb shit blacked out, but
See, that's the thing is, like, there's people that will do crazy shit when they're blacked out. Like, I've never gotten to that point where I just don't remember what I did.
yeah, me neither.
yeah.
But I know people that have pissed in people's fridges, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, Mike Rage.
Yeah.
We had a friend at a party
He peed in, Jonesy's fucking
pissed in the
crisper.
vegetable crisper twice. He did it twice.
Oh.
he did it at two separate
It was
parties.
empty, though, right?
Yeah,
think it
he
was
actually had the courtesy to take the vegetables out of the crisper.
That's nice.
So much consciousness, though.
And he
like,
did it
you know-
both times. Both times he did that. It
had-
was like a year or two apart.
To have that awareness, though.
I had
like,
one of my roommates, like, I think I was like 23, 24. He walked into my room, like scared the shit out of me, but he opened up my closet, walked in and just peed in the fucking corner, and then slammed my closet shut and ran out. And it was blackout. I literally
my
was,
God.
What the fuck
was
is
so
it that
funny.
makes you decide that, though?
I don't know, man. Part of the reason why I stopped drinking. I'm not trying to poop in anybody's
Sinks
living
anymore.
area. Yeah. It's fucking fantastic.
General living space.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's good stuff, man. That's what I would do is I just shit my pants everywhere.
It's been a while, man. I haven't seen you in fucking...
I know.
I don't even know.
I was
I haven't
thinking
even
about that
played
today.
fucking video games with you in a while.
I
so-
know. I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, when's the last time I saw Seth? And I realized it was like, I was like, oh, it wasn't that long ago. It was like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, it probably was.
That because we were here.
Yeah, but it was like that. It might have been...
I think it's right when you guys moved in here. Like you guys weren't here long.
probably was fucking wrestling. It was probably WrestleMania or some shit.
Yeah, it was one of them. It was that. Yeah. I think because you were just about to start Clear Shots.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do the old podcast here. The
No.
fucking...
And we started this a little over 2 years ago,
Right.
Yeah.
which is fucking insane that we're still doing it. I didn't think,
Time flies, man. You're having
Yeah.
fun.
didn't seem like it.
Hell yeah.
Didn't seem like,
92 episodes. This is
Yeah.
92 episodes. I wonder how many of the fucking same circle wrestling we did. because we did a shit ton of those, but we did them by like seasons. We'd go like, oh, here's a bunch of episodes, SummerSlam, end of the season. Here's a bunch of episodes, WrestleMania, end of the season. We'd do like a special for SummerSlam and WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. We did a couple with Bill.
Yeah,
too.
Bill
That was
was.
fucking hilarious.
I mean, you gotta have Bill.
Bill's what a godsend.
Yeah, he's pretty
I
awesome.
love that dude.
Me too.
Yeah, we need to have him on like every. We need to have like a. We need to do 2 episodes a week and just do one with Bill and then like a regular.
We were bouncing around the idea of doing having a guest and then Bill and then Dom Montalbano and then a
Bill.
guest and then Bill and then Dom, because that's a pretty solid rotation.
Dude, I worked with Dom at McDonald's.
Dom is fucking amazing. He's
is a maniac.
insane.
I feel like if you work,
I have not seen him in literally
I feel like you
years.
don't want to work with Dom at McDonald's. You know, like that's like the last scenario I'd
We
want
used
to be
to,
in.
yeah, we used to party together down on Ontario Street when I was living over there with my buddy Matt. Yeah, we both worked at we all worked at McDonald's. It's so funny. It's just a great time.
Ontario Street is a motherfucker.
Yeah, yep. We lived there for 2 years, I think. Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, I was working at I worked at McDonald's, and then I went to Sub Shop, and I worked there for a couple of years. But yeah, Matt Baker and I were like, I was like the closing night shift like driver, and he was working the counter. So we would go to work at like 5 o'clock. We'd work till 3:30, whatever, and then we would buy beer because we could buy beer from Sub Shop. Like
I forgot they.
we get
serve you.
like whatever. So we would just buy like a 12-pack, go home, and drink till like
It doesn't
8 a.m.,
matter.
9
Yeah,
a.m.
it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
you work so.
fuck, and then we go to sleep, wake up, do it again. Fuck it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was like when I was living on Van Buren with Sam. That's what I would work 11 a.m. to 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd get out at 8, get home 8:30, party till 1 or 2, pass out, wake up at 10:30.
Ugh.
It was great, but in hindsight, it was fucking awful.
Right.
And like ruined almost a whole year of my life.
I know.
Like
That's the other thing, too.
that routine, that was like my routine for like a solid year. Was I would work 11 to 8, 5 days a week, and then party at Sam's. And then I lived there for like 5 months.
Sure.
So it got even worse.
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's the worst year. From 20 to 21.
Yeah. I'm glad I have like looking back on it. Like I'm surprised I'm even still alive. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I was just doing so much stupid shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, well, that's like the thing I contribute a lot to like meeting my wife was like, my wife's a mental health counselor. So it's like,
Oh, so you killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
yeah, basically. Oh, you can stop me from being fucking crazy. Great, perfect. So, yeah, but then I mean, and then like the drinking thing and gaming and all that kind of stuff. Like, I never,
Porn.
Yeah, I don't really watch porn either. Too, it's a little weird, but
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting back into it. You know.
I think I have to stretch before it happens. Yeah,
Fucking getting leg cramps and shit.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't. Those are all like personal decisions. and
Yeah.
I'm glad that I at least
As far
could-
as opposed to like business decisions.
yeah, exactly. Porn
all
will get in the way
business.
of business, man.
Yeah. You gotta have that time.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm trying some new things. I'm officially 3.5 years sober from opiates Friday,
Good for you, man.
and I'm a little over a month without a cigarette
Nice.
again.
Good
I
for you.
usually quit from October to June,
Okay.
and I smoke,
And then you start again.
It's just
and then I
fucking
quit in
cycle.
October. It happens, dude.
cold
It's
out,
happened
dude.
like for the past like I've been smoking for 8 years. It's happened like the past 5 years.
Wow.
Where I quit like as soon as the clocks go back.
You got to save a lot of money, though.
It's too
Yeah.
cold to fucking smoke,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the big thing was that back then, like I have a Juul still.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, they had the little shitty tiny pen vapes.
Yeah, I remember
when I was
those.
I don't know when I was like 18. So
Yeah,
you guys were young.
I used to buy like
You
the
guys were
disposable
both,
ones.
You're both 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I used to get those disposable pens, and they'd have like a little thing, like, and then eventually they just became like the blue e-cig or whatever, and you could just recharge it.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what it was. So now I have this thing, and it makes it easier. But
I think that's a smart way of quitting. Like, if you could just make it a rule to not smoke in your house, then you have to go outside, which inherently it's more effort to have to go outside.
I smoke Black and Milds. We have a porch.
Those are delicious, though.
Yeah, but I mean, and I don't smoke them like all the time at all.
You're just like, well, I don't play games anymore, so
Literally,
just fucking literally.
I'll do it like while I'm like I take a break from writing or something. I'll go out and just like chill and
they last a
but
long
it's so
time.
and it's so cold. Like I never want to smoke a full one. I'm just like, all right, let's take a couple drags, chill. And...
Cigars are the move. That's what my family does that for Christmas Eve. My cousin Joe comes up from Charlotte and he buys a fancy cigar, and then all the men now, like not my younger nephews and cousins, but we'll go out and we'll smoke a cigar out, like watch it snow at like 10 o'clock at night.
That's cool.
Cigars are nice.
Do you see the
there's a weird, you get a weird buzz like from a very good cigar. It's like you're
It, like,
getting,
burns.
you're getting high. Like it's very strange.
Did you see the Burt Kreischer Bill Burr podcast that came out?
No, I
They
saw
started doing one, and they sit there. The only episode, there's only one episode out, but they sit there for like 3 hours with cigars,
That's amazing.
and they smoke the whole
there's,
cigar for the fucking podcast.
Now they're dead.
Yeah,
Right.
I haven't. That's why there's no second episode.
There's a guy I watch, or I used to watch a lot of on YouTube that I talked about before, and he does like full in-depth playthroughs of like Bethesda games, so like Fallout and Skyrim, but he goes like super detailed with everything.
I love that.
So he'll do like, it'll be like a fucking side mission from Fallout 3 4-part video, and like every bit of information you get is like fucking crazy. Damn. Like with the story. But he has these live streams that he does called Scotch and Smoke Rings.
Oh, nice.
He just sits at his desk, fucking drinks a wicked nice couple glasses of scotch and smokes a cigar. When the cigar's out, the stream's over. And it's like, that's fucking...
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a cigar will last you a good chunk of time.
Cigars
Especially
will
even by
last-
yourself,
yeah.
it'll last you
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad used to smoke cigars, and he would do it like whenever he accomplished something. Like lawns mowed, like cigar time. Like,
Victory cigar.
Washed all the cars, cigar time.
Took a shit, didn't have to wipe.
Yeah,
Cigar
took a shit in
time.
the sink, cigar time.
Finally dry from my shower.
Hell yeah. Finally dry from my freezing cold shower.
Yep. Oh, it's 8 months without a cigarette. Oh, it's June 1st, cigar time.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, I smoked for a while, like
Cigarettes?
Yeah. And then I started playing music for money, and I was like, oh, this hurts. I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
My biggest thing with cigarettes is I find that if I go to the bar is when I smoke the most.
Yeah, that's when I
would
was,
buy
too.
cigarettes just for the bar.
Just for the bar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go through, it was only 2 packs a week, but it was basically 2 packs a night
Right.
because I would only smoke 2 nights a week.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So at a certain point, you're not even getting a buzz either.
There was one night after we did the podcast that we went to LaGroff's. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I think it was
so.
you, me, Bill, and Katie.
Oh. Yeah.
I remember that we just we weren't planning on getting drunk, and I got drunk, and we smoked a lot of cigarettes that night. I was like, why am I doing this? I remember
That's what
waking up.
happens.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like, I don't know, what else are you going to do? Like, I feel like you're at the bar and, like, that's it, right? So you
Right.
go out and have a cigarette.
Yeah, well, because they're the sentence. Oh, my God. No, that was me.
That was me, too.
Oh, it's everybody, huh?
So it was you.
It
It wasn't me.
It was Cam.
Oh, there he is. Cam Jam's message.
What I meet at Fajita Grill at 8. Perfect.
Yeah. Time to, oh, yeah, we're good. We'll wrap this up in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
You're good.
So, yeah. Cigarettes at bars.
So, yeah, cigarettes at bars.
No, they're like I use them as like punchline enhancers. I don't know if you guys know Tim Phantom. He's a really good friend of mine, and because we're both the same age, when we both turned 21, we were like wicked scummy, and we would go out and we would just reenact comedians' bits as jokes at the bar to get free drinks from people. But we would pick comedians, like we'd pick like Chad Daniels or like Norm Macdonald stand up, or like Bill Hicks or something, like people that the average drunk person isn't gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, isn't that from Bill Hicks rant in E minor in 1993? No, because you don't know who that is. Like you're not gonna
there you go.
So, and I remember we would always use cigarettes to accentuate the punchlines.
Sure.
And that's what they became. They're just a talking point, a talking piece. Like
Plus they make you look cool, you know?
Yeah, because I would, if I was at the bar alone, I wouldn't smoke. I would go out and smoke while I was talking to people or telling stories or whatever. And like, if I was out there, like, you don't want to be that guy. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be that guy sitting outside the Sting, having a gin and tonic and drinking a menthol cigarette alone, looking at his phone, waiting for his friends to show up. I've been that guy 30 times. Like, I've been that guy a lot.
I felt like it was like really personal.
Yeah, it was. You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. No, I would like, I'd go out on the steps of Old City and would like ask somebody for a cigarette after I played a set, just so like I could try to sell stuff, like merch and like or try to get gigs and shit.
Especially at bars, because it's like quieter outside. You can actually talk to people, which is that alone. That's why it's like you can always just go out and vape. You know, gets you into the circle.
Yeah.
Or you can just make your own.
Yeah.
That's how I have that story about the Bills game. I was talking about how I
smoked a million cigarettes.
I did do that because I lost my Juul. But no, there's people I know that they go to the bar and they have vapes, but they'll have like the fucking THC cartridges in there. And there's a guy, it's not my buddy Jason, but it's a different guy that I know that goes to this thing, and he'll be like, you know, he'll have a fucking huge vape that like Seth's that has fucking THC oil, and he'll be like, yo, $1, you can just rip this thing. And it's like, that's shady, but it works. Right. You know?
It's
but
shady,
imagine if cigarettes get to that
but
point.
I only have a 5.
You might die.
Like, it's not,
but you have a 5.
It's weird. It's weird when it's like, hey, I got a bunch of weed extract in this vape. You want to hit it for $1? But it's not weird when it's like, hey, you need a cigarette? I'll give you one for $1. Like,
well, it's less weird when you ask someone for a cigarette and then you're like, oh, I'll give you $1 for a cigarette. You're not going, I'll give you $1 for a hit off that fucking weed vape.
That's true.
Like, they're offering it to you. That's a little bit more weird.
Right. I did have a friend too that used to go to all the bars on like Friday and Saturdays, and he would sell people edibles, and that was fucking funny.
So I actually have a really funny edible story.
Do you?
Like recently.
Oh God.
I play disc golf, like, because there's a couple courses up by where we live, and I've been loving it. I did this tournament out at Oxbow. It's in like Canastota area. And last tournament of the year, they do like a bunch of raffles and shit afterwards too. And people bring baked goods, like non-edible, just non-edible, but like non-stoner treats.
Like, there's no THC at all.
Right. So they went a while, and somebody raffled off some like Rice Krispie treats and shit, and I was like, cool, great. Whoever won was like, oh, just passing them out, and I took a couple, and I was like, great, you know, like I got a 45-minute drive home, like I'm gonna love it.
Oh no.
So I get in the car, I'm like 10-15 minutes in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat that shit. It didn't smell. It literally just smelled like a Rice Krispie treat. Like, it didn't smell like THC, anything.
Taste?
No, that's the thing. It tasted
the same?
It tasted legit. So about another 20 minutes goes by, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, fuck, I don't feel good. Like, I don't think I really ate a lot, whatever. So I get home, I drink some water, I like start to sweat. And I'm like, fuck. It was this.
That's weird because you're not expecting it to be like a weed fucking effect.
And that's the thing. It's
and you're like, what's wrong with me?
Right. So I literally thought, I was like, fuck.
Because you feel like, what's wrong with me when you knowingly eat a whole Rice Krispie treat?
Yeah.
Like when you're not expecting it.
The thing was like this big.
Oh,
it
God.
was fucking huge. It was the day that Syracuse played Clemson football. So I remember my wife and then my roommates there, I got home, and I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? And everybody's sitting around there talking. They're asking me questions and I didn't answer. So she like texts me next to me and she's like, "Are you fucked up?" Like, and I was like, "No, I'm fine." It's by this point I realized that these are not normal fucking Rice Krispie treats and I am fucked up. And like uncontrollable. Like anytime I would do this, like colors are moving and I was like, this is not good.
Oh yeah.
I had just eaten some pasta too when I got home because I was like, oh, maybe I'm sick. The pasta will help.
Yeah.
It goes about 20 more minutes and I start to just instantly get the spins. And I'm like, I was texting my wife saying, grab the bucket. And I didn't even get to hit send. And I just threw up on the ground on the rug.
The bucket. You wouldn't
I was
even
like,
have a
get
bucket.
the bucket.
Yeah, you wouldn't
But I
have
can't
had a
get a bucket anymore. Yeah. Get the marbles. Fucking. Yeah, no bucket, no towels. Fuck. Grab the mashed potatoes and the marbles. We'll be good. So, but I'm looking down and all of the pasta, it like wasn't even chewed. So it was just a waste of money. It's just full pasta on the fucking ground. So all my roommates, they're like, I start throwing up and I was like, I think I ate an edible by accident, blah, blah, blah. And they're all just laughing at me. My wife asking me like, intense questions too. She's like, "Are you cheating on me? Like, do you love me? Like, do you?" Like, while I'm fucked up, my roommate Sierra is like, "That's fucked up, dog. Like, you should be doing that." But I was like, I was singing and shit, and I was just. Once I succumbed to it, I slept on my couch that night. Slept like a baby. But there's nothing worse than getting high when you don't want to get high.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Is like you wouldn't know what was going on. Like you'd think you were just getting sick or some shit.
Yeah. Well, I've told this story before. When I made firecrackers, I made edibles at home, and I didn't know how much weed to put in each one because you make them all individually.
Sure.
So I put a half a gram in each one of these firecrackers.
It just doesn't even sound.
I didn't think it was like that big of a deal.
Fuck.
And I remember it was like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I ate one. And my buddies and I went to get on fucking Xbox to play COD World War II because it just came out and I had just bought it that day. Like, my whole plan was this weekend I have the house to myself. My parents and my sister weren't home. I was like, so I'm going to get wicked high and play Call of Duty all weekend from like 4 o'clock to 8:30. Like, I've had really intense acid trips.
Sure.
I've never had a worse experience than that.
Ugh.
Like that was like I would have rather have done the 4 accidental hits of acid than do the edible where it's like I was freaking out over the stupidest shit. Like I was hearing people talking outside and I'm like, that's literally a hit squad coming to murder me because they know I'm home alone.
I told my wife that I was freaking out, that I thought that I was in like the Matrix where I thought that everybody could hear my thoughts, and if I figured out that
like projecting.
I figured out the big secret that we're all connected and that there was going to be a squad that was going to knock down the door and kill me because I knew too much.
Oof, yeah, no, that's bad. And like I take like that pen I have in my coat I have oil in there.
Sure.
I was gonna offer it, but you said you were sober. So.
Yeah, I'm good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I know Seth doesn't partake. But no, that's an issue I have with smoking oil.
Sure.
Because I can't smoke. If I smoke bud, like grass, I'm ruined.
Sure.
Like literally, out of everything, out of any drug you could have in front of me that I've already done, the last one I pick is regular pot. Because
I still smoke weed. Like,
yeah.
I just I'm not drinking, but like I haven't smoked yet since the sobriety thing, but I have really bad insomnia, so like I'll like take a couple hits.
It's a fucking killer.
I'll take like 1 or 2 hits and I'm good, and then I'll fall asleep, and it really helps me write and like relax.
Yeah,
that's all. I can't smoke during the day, but I'll smoke at night just to put myself to sleep.
Yeah.
Those people that like smoke during the day and then go their whole.
How are you functioning?
Yeah, I have one of my coworkers does that in the kitchen. She she goes and
fucking that's some Snoop Dogg shit, dude.
She works like 2 to 9 or 3. No, she works like 3 to 8, and she comes in like she gets high, brings her kids to school, and then that wicked awful combination. But she gets high, brings her kids to school, and then does her day and comes to work. And I'm like, dude, if I get high, like I'm done. I waked and baked fucking yesterday, and like I got.
It feels like it ruins my whole day.
Oh my god,
it's a waste of a day.
I got wicked high, had a cup of coffee, took a shower, went to Maria's for breakfast, And then I had to help Christy and Zach move into their new house. And as soon as we started, I was like, I literally can't.
It's like even after I come down, I'm still like fuzzy and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not feeling all there.
Right.
I have a friend that fucking comes into work every day, and he's clearly high, you can tell, but like totally fine functioning on it.
I don't understand.
I don't know how I couldn't do it.
shit.
I'd be panicking. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm at work right
the
now.
episode we did with Cam, I hit that and I hit it way too bad. I don't remember the time in the fucking episode, but it was at 6:43 p.m. because all I could think of was like, okay, I took that hit at 6:43. That means that hopefully by like 7:20 I'll be feeling normal again. That was like, you could watch it in the fucking episode. It's at a certain point.
I'm gonna go back and watch it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the timestamp because you can see me hit it and I blow it out the window and then I sit down and you just see me just go, oh,
no. Yeah, I listened to that episode and I listened to Cam's first one, like actually back-to-back nights. I put on my headphones and I was laid down in bed and I was like, yeah.
You gotta just jam out.
That episode with Cam was so much fun.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
He's a great dude.
That episode that we just did the other day where it was just us was pretty great. I feel like we've been on a pretty good
You got to talk about football.
lately. Yeah, because like I was telling your dad this, and I was talking to my dad about this. It was actually a little funny bit where I was talking to my dad the other day. And I just moved out of my parents' house this past June, so I'm living on my own now. They live on East 10th. I live on West 10th.
Oh, wow.
So, like, we're exactly opposite. But I was telling my dad, I was like, yeah, since I go, I'm not home anymore to watch the football with you, and I don't have cable, so I'm not watching ESPN or NFL Network all day. And I just, like, I haven't really been into the NFL this season. Like, I'm still keeping up with it, but, you know, it's not, like, the number one thing. I go, does it feel like that with you? Because I'm out of the house, you're not paying attention too much? My dad looks at me, and he literally says, straight up, he goes, I loved the Cowboys before I knew you were my son, so nothing's really different.
I love it.
And I was like, cool. So
I did the same thing though, because like we had cable for the first year that we lived together, and my wife and I, and then we got rid of it, and I just like I keep up obviously with like fantasy and shit, but like Cincinnati, especially because they're A, fucking awful, and B, we're in New York. Like, I don't really get to watch any of the games, but
I just watch Red Zone.
yeah,
exactly.
That's what I can. I was telling your parents that I have TuneIn Radio, and they have this radio station called First and Goal, and it's Red Zone, but the radio
for
version.
radio
That's
version,
pretty
yeah.
sick.
And it's
cool,
dude. It's so clutch. It's so clutch. But I was also telling my dad that like the big thing, and we were talking about this the other day. Now that UFC is on ESPN and there's always an event every Saturday, my Saturday is US. Like we do D&D Friday. Saturday is my fucking day. I, get shit done, watch college football until the card starts. Like this past Saturday, it was on at 2 p.m. I actually waked and baked Saturday. It was a better day.
Starting to see
Because
familiar pattern here.
Yeah, it was a great fucking day. But I could afford to be lazy Saturday because I wasn't doing anything. And fucking watch the prelims, the whole fucking card.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather dedicate 1 6-hour stretch that I know is gonna be there every day. Like that's the thing is with football, especially with Dallas, because they play so many primetime games, that it's like, oh, they're playing next Thursday night, they're playing Sunday at 4, they're playing next Monday and the next Sunday night. I'm like, I'm not gonna. It's so much easier to structure a schedule around.
I like that Green Bay plays a lot of primetime games too, though, because I feel like I can always see them. They're always late, It's like I'm never doing anything.
That's the funny thing is that I'm the opposite. When the Cowboys play on primetime, I don't. Like last
I work
night,
until 3 o'clock on Sunday, so I miss the only games I miss are the 1 o'clock, like first half of the 1 o'clock games.
Right.
And see that's my favorite time of football is when you're waiting, like because week 1 I watched football with my dad, and like I got there at like 11:30 in the morning and just watching the pregame show, having a couple beers, getting all the food ready, pizza and wings, and then you're just like, as soon as all the games start, immediately flip to Red Zone and you're just set for 4 hours.
Yep.
It's the best shit.
It's fantastic.
Awesome.
Like I
And
wish
Scott Hansen, dude.
it'd be true.
That guy does that shit for fucking 6.5 hours or whatever, and he kills it.
It'd be so much better if the NBA had a channel like that.
Yeah.
Because that's why I feel the NBA is so hard to follow. Because there's so many games on all the time.
It is. Yeah. I think they should do something like that with that. I think do they have something like that with hockey? They should.
It's probably like that center ice or something.
They have the center ice channel.
Yeah.
But they do have a red zone for hockey because I know hockey literally will have 3 games.
Yeah, but it's weird because
a
you
night.
can't be in the red zone in hockey. It's like you have to be in like game situations. It has to be.
This guy.
No, I mean I'm saying like
No, I know.
they only show the red zone. The only shit they show you in red zone is when someone's about to score in
Right.
a big situation. It's like with hockey, it has to be like only close games or
No,
whatever.
I think hockey it's just all the goals and penalties. And
only when
stuff.
you're inside the blue line, when you're on the other team's blue line.
The blue zone.
the blue zone.
Blue zone
The ice
network.
zone.
All right. That'll
we're
be
gonna end it.
Thanks for coming, man. It was fun.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Well, hopefully we'll do
See
it
you guys.
again soon.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. ClearShotsPodcast.com. Check out our merch, and we'll talk to you next week. ClearShotsPodcast.com is where you'll find links to everything we do. You can check us out on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and check us out on Periscope for live videos. If you have anything you want to ask us, send us an email at clearshotspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time.